rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledged knowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one Chief Rock Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy, and welcome to the premiere Knicks in the Nighttime show, the Knicks at Night podcast. Thank you for coming through, spending part of your night with us. And if you're watching this on replay, thank you. Or rerun, however you want to call it. Replay, rerun, however you catch it. Thank you. Please hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel and all things channel maintenance. I see my guy JJ is in the building. JJ, salute, bro. Salute. The Mets win tonight. At least I think the Mets won tonight. My browser has been weird, so I didn't get a chance to check it out. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man. So I really don't have a topic of conversation tonight, man. I'm hanging out with my fellow Knicks fans. I guess we'll just talk about whatever it is that comes up, man. I do have a few topics, but I don't know if the timing is right to talk about such matters. I know last night when I talked about moving Mitchell Robinson to the corner, I think Knicks fans took that the wrong way or don't like the idea. Let me say it that way. I don't know if they like the idea of Mitchell Robinson not being directly involved in the offense. I think for everyone's health offensively, you have to remove Mitch from being a primary part of the offense. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights is in the building. Coach is in the building. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. Salute. Yeah, man. Salute, everybody. Mega is in the building. Salute, y'all. How y'all feeling tonight, man? It's a Wednesday night, almost Thursday morning. How y'all feeling? Andios is in the building. Salute, Andios, man. Make sure y'all check out Andios on, I think it's IG. Check out Andios on IG. Some dope videos, man. I like that. HRM is in the building. Salute, y'all. Man, it's some weird. I guess I generally don't talk about this with y'all, but I usually, when people hit me up behind the scenes, I generally talk about it with them. But I guess I could talk about it with y'all. Man, there's some weird stuff going on in Knicks universe, man. Why people in Knicks universe argue so much? Y'all notice that? Anybody else notice that people in Knicks universe argue all the time. Like if one person has an opinion, the other person feels obligated to step on the other side and just be the opposite of what they said. And like for the last year and a half, man, I think we've been going through that, man. The last year and a half or so, man, and people feel as if one person says one thing, then the other person has to be on the other side of what they said, as if we're watching Cold Pizza. Y'all remember that show Cold Pizza with Woody and not Stephen A. Smith, Woody and the dude that left ESPN. Woody and the dude that was on the show with Shannon. Yeah, y'all know the dude I'm talking about. Skip. Y'all remember on Cold Pizza when Woody and Skip used to debate? They just have a topic and they just debate about it, and you knew that they have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Like one person would say one thing, and then the other person would just jump on the other side and say the opposite. And you're like, yeah, this is phony baloney. Yeah, this is phony baloney stuff. Yeah, Kerry Cox says something interesting. The Knicks are setting themselves up for a mid-season trade. Yeah. So Cox, here's my thing. When you say that, right, I disagree with you, right? But I don't want to sound like the guy that I just described, like the guy that's just Oppo, just to be Oppo. So Kerry Cox says the Knicks are setting themselves up for a midseason trade, and then he follows up with, mark my words. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about that, Cox. Here's the thing about that. When has this front office not done a midseason trade? When has this front office not done a midseason trade? Ivory 10 is in the building. I heard. I think Fritz was trying to convince me the other day. Wacko was in the building. Salute. I think Fritz was trying to convince me the other day about the Knicks setting themselves up for a midseason trade, but this front office is notorious. They've been in place for 4 mid-seasons, and they've done trades in all those mid-seasons. Right? Whether you want to talk about the Knicks trading Austin Rivers and Ignas Brazdeikis. Yeah, remember him? Remember Brazdeikis? We drafted in the second round, RJ Barrett's friend. Remember him? We traded them, and then the year after that, I think we did the Denzel Valentine, Solomon. It was some weird deal. Right? And then the year after that, there was a Cam Reddish trade in January midseason, and then we wound up trading Cam. Then there was a year, Scotty, thank you, Scotty. Scotty say. Then there was the Josh Hart trade at midseason. Then it was the OG Anunoby trade. You know, they trade, bro. I think what I'm saying is I don't necessarily, let me restate that. I don't disagree with Kerry Cox. I don't agree with Kerry Cox. I guess I needed more context on the trade thing that you mentioned. Or are you saying that they're setting themselves up for a big blockbuster trade? Because it could, because if that's what you mean, I didn't get that at first when you mentioned it, and that has nothing to do with you. It's just the way that I received it. I just didn't put the two and two together. I just didn't put the two and two together. Because if you're saying a big blockbuster trade, see, that's a different story right there. Because if you're talking about a big, then my question to you is, how big is big? Because if we're talking about Valanciunas, that's not a big deal. That's not a big trade. If you're talking about Karl Anthony Towns, now that's big, right? And I'm not saying that I prefer either player, Valanciunas or Cat or whatever. I'm saying I'm just on the scale of 1 to whatever, to infinity and beyond. However you get there, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever. And so here's the thing to push that thought a little bit further, I guess, to get clarity on it. What are the Knicks looking for? Are they looking for a conventional shooting guard? Molly Mall in the building. King Imbert was good. Whereas I thought I saw Mr. Realistic. Is Mr. Realistic in here? Let me see. Hold on. Mr. Realistic is in the building. All right. Coach says we need to ride what we got and only add trading a fringe rotation piece for another serviceable big. Ivory 10 says, you guys are already at the trade deadline. We got to see what they can do first. We don't even really know what they need. Bim. Okay. Yeah, man. Listen, the 2K players, so to speak. I don't know what to call them, right? I don't know what to call that group, right? The group that's constantly, no matter what you do, they constantly talk trade. I don't know what to call that group. I don't know what to label them as in order to save words, right? I don't know what to call that group. The group that constantly talk trade. And listen, I'm not saying they're wrong, and I'm not saying that they don't have a point or whatever. I'm saying they always talk trade. Right? They always talk trade. So I guess it's like me always talking Randall. Right? Cardiac Knicks is in the building. Salute. I don't know if the roster actually needs anything. In today's NBA, no NBA team is using a rotation of 4 bigs. The day of 4 bigs is over. Right? No, the days of 4 bigs, you don't see 4 bigs on a roster anymore. I mean, in a rotation anymore. Even if you say, because here's the thing, or here's the thing, here's my thing. Well, however we state it, right? If you rewind 1 year, last year's conversation was, yo, who's the backup power forward? Who's going to be the backup 4? Yeah, remember that conversation? Yo, they traded Obi. Who's going to be the backup 4? Yeah, remember that conversation? Yo, that man said Josh Hart, Dante, and 2 picks for Anthony Edwards and started a war. Wow. Let's start a battle in here. Would y'all consider that? Would y'all consider what Kerry Cox said? Now, this is his trade scenario, right? And you know Kerry Cox is Lawrence Tears' family. So if somebody later on say Lawrence Tears said it, I'm going to be like, damn right. Because Kerry Cox said it, right? You know how I consider a lot of y'all, I consider most of y'all like the Lawrence. Y'all are actually Lawrence Tears. I'm just the dude that pressed the button, right? Would you consider Dante, Josh Hart, and 2 very unprotected picks? 2 very unprotected picks, like the best picks of your life for Anthony Edwards. JJ says let's be realistic. Yeah. Dante, Josh Hart, and 2 very attractive first-round picks for Anthony Edwards. Justo11, thank you for the generous contribution. Justo, when you coming back on the panel? When we're interested to see when Justo coming back on the panel, man. So Justo says, salute to the chat. Shout out Lindor for making me some dollars. Kerry Cox trying to crash the internet with that take. Yeah, man. King Embert said that trade is done. Done. So I gotta say, man, listen, man. All right. So before I get into the wild trade scenarios in earnest, what I'm gonna do is talk about y'all, right? So I spoke with a content creator earlier today, and I speak with content creators every day, everybody. For some reason, I think people don't think we know each other or that we don't exist. Like, we don't exist in the same universe. We do. Right. In my telephone, I probably have 20 Knicks content creators in my telephone. And I probably talk to like 10 of them on a weekly basis, at least weekly. Some of them I speak every other day, right? Every other day, maybe more than that. Definitely through text messages, though. And the one thing I can't get over, and I don't think they understand me, is my attraction to y'all. I legit care about y'all, right? Like, somebody told me something about JJ, and I was like, yo, JJ, that's my man. I hope everything be, what I'm saying, on the up and up with my man JJ. Right? I ain't gonna get into particulars. I'm just saying that I threw love out there in the universe for JJ. Right? When I talk about the son of the legend, Kerry Cox, when I talk about Ernesto and all of y'all, like, I don't know if people understand how much I love being around y'all, like kicking it. Like sometimes it'll be like, sometimes I'll be having like the worst day ever, right? And I'll start the thing. I'll be like, yo, what's good, everybody? It's your number one chief Rock Knicks Universe, blah, 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 blah. Just going through the thing. And then somebody will say something and put like the virtual rock in my shoe. intentionally too, by the way. Intentionally say something that'll put the virtual rock in my shoe to make me smile, right? Right. Something that, like what Kerry Cox just said. The virtual rock in your shoe, like what Kerry Cox said right here. The rock in your shoe. The highest paid player on the team will be coming off the bench. Yeah. But the point that I was getting at is the reason why I feel comfortable and clicking a button all the time is regardless of how I feel, whether I'm cranky or not. I'm human. Yeah, we all get cranky sometimes, or whether I'm giggly or not. Sometimes we all be in that mood where the slightest little thing will make you laugh. You know what I'm saying? Everybody goes through the. And I'm not saying like wild personality swings. I'm talking about the human element, right? I'm talking about the human element where, come in here, people can just be people. Like I'm not gonna judge y'all, right? And I hope y'all don't, expect me to be a perfect human being. I'm not, right? But I look so forward to seeing y'all all the time. It's like when y'all get the alert and y'all get ready, I'm excited too. Like I'll do the thing with like 33 minutes out, and I know in 3 minutes from that time, y'all will get the 30-minute alert. Lawrence Tears in 30 minutes. I'd be excited about that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I piddle paddle around, maybe take the dog outside or something, walk around, and I'd be like, yo, I wonder what Andio's gonna say in the chat. Right? Right. I wonder what King Embert gonna say in the chat. I wonder who gonna show up, who able to make it and who not. Because everybody's not gonna be able to make it on every live stream, and I understand that. But the thing I like most is the fact that y'all will show up whenever you can, and we'll just talk about just the Knicks, right? We'll talk other stuff at times, right? But the primary focus is, what's going on in Knicks universe, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man, and I look forward to it. I legit look forward to it, man. To rocking the spot with y'all. I was talking to a Knicks content creator earlier, and I think he caught him off guard. Like, you be excited like that? You get up for that? Yo, we just in here talking Knicks, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to do such as I don't see it like that. I see it as I don't see it as that. I see it more as a make virtual friends on the internet, and after school we hanging out in the playground. It's kind of like my approach to it. And I know a lot of y'all are grown old adults, you know what I'm saying, with careers and all this type stuff. And so I get it why you may view what I just said a certain way, but it's not about, I'm talking about how I feel. Like, I feel like when we get together, it's like the school bell rang and we, you know what I'm saying? And we on the playground just hanging out, kicking it. Nixon 26 says, is this Knicks team better than the 2010 Bulls Rose MVP year? VB is in the building. Mr. Vince is in the building. Salute, kind sir. Salute. Oh, hey, Mr. Vince, Verizon. Well, I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna text you sometime like after this, and give you the new number. I'm gonna text you, give you the new number, man. I changed numbers, and it wasn't intentional. I tried to get a cheaper phone plan. You know, I had a phone bill with I was paying the bill for a bunch of grown-ups. And I just got tired of paying the bill for a bunch of grown-ups and just decided to have my own bill. And so in doing that, I messed around and couldn't keep the same number that I had before. So I'm gonna hit you up in a little bit, probably like after this. Maybe not right after, maybe in the morning, but I'll hit you up. I like getting the text messages from Mr. Vince, by the way, y'all, especially during the game, man. That's hilarious. So are the Knicks better than the 2010 Bulls? Yes. Right. Right. Are the Knicks better than the 2016 Cavaliers? Yes. Will this Knicks team be better than the LeBron Cavaliers? Yes. Mega, I got you, bro. I got you. I got you. And I should have been did it, man. The number switch happened in like June. But I just keep forgetting. So many people hitting me up, man. Stuff just slipped through the cracks, bro. I think Jay Boogie was low-key mad at me for a second because I changed the number and I texted him and didn't call him. Are the Knicks better than the 73-win Golden State Warriors? On paper, okay, so the 73-win Golden State Warriors had an all-time performance by Steph Curry. Right? Steph Curry, that was about as good. That season was about as good as Steph Curry was ever going to be in his life. Do we have a player on the roster that can match that? I want to say no, but I can be persuaded to thinking Jalen Brunson can get close. Honestly, for the first time in my entire life, I think the Knicks are one player away from being the best team in the NBA. And when I say one player away, I don't mean a megastar, bro. I don't mean you got to bring in Jokic. Honestly, I think the Knicks are one player away from being who can I compare them to? I think the Knicks are one player away from being the Tim Duncan San Antonio Spurs. I think the Knicks are legit one player away from being the dynastic Spurs. Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Boris Diaw, Bruce Bowen, Tiago Splitter. I think they are one player away from that. And that one player has to be a offensive center. I think the Knicks are one offensive center away from being, and I don't mean Hartenstein, right? Even though I think if Hartenstein was on this team, he'd be borderline MVP. I mean, whoa, borderline all-star. Sorry about that. Man, I'm drinking Crystal Light. That Crystal Light got me saying, got me sounding mad crazy. Borderline MVP. Relax, Uncle Freezy. Borderline all-star is what I meant for the center position. And when I mean borderline, I mean like 14 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, something like that. IKBM Dre is in the building. Salute. Yeah. No. I no. No. I no. And I don't. Yeah, I don't drink like that. I'm a bougie drinker now. I'm more like the champagne type. Drinks maybe pour up a nice port with cigar. Yeah. I think the Knicks are one Alperen Sengun away from being by far the best team in the NBA. And I don't mean him per se, but that type of player. Right? I don't mean that player per se, but that archetype. A player with the mindset of getting 20 points and 10 rebounds. Here's the thing with that though. Those players are difficult to find. They are so difficult to find that when you find one, you have to hold on to that player with dear life. I don't know if there is a player out there that offers you those things consistently, regardless of the matchup. I just don't know I don't know if that player exists. Alperen Sengun, Jokic. Outside of that, where else are you going to find that guy? Karl Anthony Towns, Joel Embiid. Outside of the all-star level guy, I don't know if that player is available. And Allah Wise is in the building. Salute. Excuse me. Um, I don't know if there is an offensive hub type center out there that you can steal from another team. Because those guys, if they can do the things that we want them to do, they turn into Joel Embiid. They turn into Karl Anthony Towns. They turn into Anthony Davis. They turn into Jokic with a little man. Look, with a little seasoning, and I mean a little seasoning. Isaiah Hartenstein went from an $8 million player to a $29 million a year player with a little seasoning. A guy that can dribble, pass, and shoot. A jumbo wing center type. A jumbo center, I guess, is what Hartenstein is. Sneaky athletic. You guys tell me if you know of another guy that fits that mold. I guess it's mold and mold, I guess. That type of that archetype and fits those parameters. I don't know if there is a guy out there, and I've been canvassing the landscape for that guy, and I don't see him out there. I don't know if that guy is out there. You guys let me know. Is there a player out there that fits this conversation that maybe I'm overlooking? Is it Bam Adebayo? Is it Bam? What's the odds on Pat Riley trading with the Heat? I mean, trading with the Knicks. Knicks in 26 says the Knicks drafted that guy already. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? The Knicks drafted that guy. All we have to do is develop him. Is it Huck Party? I see you guys in the chat. Is it Huck Party? I like Huck Party. Right? I like Huck Party. The thing is with a Huck Party is not that I don't have faith in him, because I have faith that he's talented. Right? I have faith that he's talented. I think it's going to take time for him to get used to the level of competition in the NBA. I think it's going to get time for him to get used to game speed. And listen, and they all do. It's the reason why NBA players have a preseason. It's the reason why they have a training camp. After a long time, after some time off, you got to ramp up into it. You can't just step into it and assume that you're right on target. A gray hair, man. Look at that. Look at that. I got a gray hair, everybody. That stupid just for men. Yo, State of the New York Knicks podcast is in the building. Salute, State. Salute, salute. Yeah, man. Is there a guy out there? And listen, y'all, is it Julius Randle? Is Randle that guy? Is Randle the guy that we have to move to that spot in order to get the lineup that we desire? Randle at the 5. Is that the answer? Is the answer in-house? Do you play Mitch 20 minutes and then play a combination of Randle Precious Sims for the other 28 minutes at center? Is that the answer? Is an offensive lineup of Brunson, Dante, Bridges, OG, Randle our offensive Death Star, so to speak? I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Listen, and I said Death Star. Now I gotta go into this whole thing. What do you prefer, Star Trek or the other series? Do you prefer Star Trek or Star Wars? Since I said Death Star, now I gotta ask the question. Rich Boy is in the building. Mel B is in the building. So, are you a Star Wars or a Star Trek fan? Can you be both? I say no. I honestly believe that Death Star lineup offensively of Brunson, Dante, Bridges, OG, Randle can be bananas. In a lineup like that, you won't even screen with Randle. You have Randle way off ball on weak side and screen with OG, and now you have your best athlete pound for pound headed with a running start to the rim with a ball handler that has the advantage in the 2-on-1. And if the defense collapses on whoever, say they collapse on OG, right? Now the opposite 45 cut is open. Mikal Bridges on the opposite 45 cut with a running start to the rim. And then if they pinch all 5 people to the paint, now you have Dante DiVincenzo in one corner for 3 and Julius Randle in another corner 4-3. You won't just run that all night. You'll run variances of it. But y'all get the gist. But when you have an offense, here's the thing. When you have an offense in a 5-out set, your point guard is not going to lead the league in assists. It's just part of it. Because the ball will be hopping around. It doesn't matter who gets the assist in a case like that. Doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the assist itself. That means a pass from one player led to a made basket by another player. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter which player made the pass or which player made the shot. Only thing that matters is the assist itself. And if the Knicks can climb the charts in the assist category, I think now you're talking about a Death Star where no parts of it is basically indestructible. I mean, and I know the Death Star was destroyed, y'all. I mean, I get it. I did watch one of the Star Wars movies. So. I'm Star Trek, by the way. I think Captain Kirk is probably the smoothest leading man on a I don't know whether to call it sci-fi or whatever, but space movies, I guess what you call it. I don't know if Han Solo or Luke Skywalker were more as debonair as Captain Kirk. Captain Kirk legit walk out on the flight deck. Like, it's just something about Captain Kirk or whatever, but whatever. In terms of our Death Star offense, though, what does that mean for Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart? Does that mean there is an opposite lineup? A Death Star defensive lineup where you put all your defenders on the floor? Is there a world where you put Dante, Hart, Bridges, OG, and Mitch on the floor? Is there a world where let me redo this. Is there a world where you have a death offensive lineup and a death defensive lineup? That's crazy. And when I think about the Knicks offensive firepower with Brunson, Dante, Bridges, OG, Randall, am I jumping out the window for that? Soulfinger is in the building. What's good? Hey, I thought I had an intro for you. Yeah, I do have an intro. Hold on. Yo,
What's going down?
what's up, boss?
Oh man, nothing much. Just life, work, all that other stuff. Making it all
Work,
come
work,
together
work,
like,
work.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
man. Just making it come together like butt cheeks. That's about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. In this room, man, it's cold in this room. Man, I keep this room cold, bro.
Man, with that nice fireplace you got back there and that baby grand piano, you should be good.
They're virtually awesome.
I see.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What's good, bro?
Nothing much, man. Man, that's bad. That's a shame when you get off work and got to take a nap just to do the things you need to do around the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to take that old man nap, man. That old man power nap, just to get up and just to function for a little bit.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, man. I guess you gotta look behind door number 1.
Yeah, man.
So you
Ooh-wee.
you gotta look behind door number 1, man.
Just to
Take
get the
that power
job
nap.
done.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm sitting up here thinking about how awesome an offense and a defensive unit is going to look with a all offensive group and an all defensive group, and then both units knowing what they're going to do when they hit the floor.
That is a beautiful thing when you think about it, because now you're looking at these units that you can get out there and they know their job.
Yep.
And the other crazy thing is you can mix and match that so many different ways.
Yep.
This team is what we got now is going to be a matchup nightmare in a sense. Okay, so what a team is big, but you can have teams that are going to be a little bit bigger, but when you got cats all up in you like a wedgie, I don't give a damn. I don't care how big you are. If you can't swing that ball or put it on the floor, it's a wrap.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And then the offense, man, the depth we got on the bench, Jesus.
Yeah. We can go round and round, bro. Round and round, round and round.
Yeah. Going out like Oingo Boingo.
Yeah. And the irony is you can do that all season.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about it, man. It's the beautiful thing about it. I mean, man, and we got depth, and I just, I'm excited about, when you say next man up, now it's to the point where you're like, all right, next man, I'm not stressed like it would have been before. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, it was like, oh Lord, who you looking down on the bench? You like, damn. That's all you can say.
Right.
Now you looking at the bench, you're like, oh yeah, y'all about to get it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, thinking about it, it's easy as ABC 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a unit that flexible, bro.
I mean, just looking at the starting 5 alone, though, Freeze, the starting 5 is going to be a monster.
Yeah.
To deal with. So
yeah. Legit, I get so excited. I can't help myself when I'm thinking about like the flexibility that these units are provide.
Mm-hmm.
And Justo, I know. So Justo is probably new to this game that I'm playing right now, right? So Justo, so basically, what I'll do every now and then when somebody is on a live stream with me, what I'll do is I'll remember who their favorite artist is, and I'll just incorporate like song titles from their favorite artists. And so that's what we've been doing right here with Soul Finger. like with Soul Finger legit. With Soul Finger legit, when I said door number one, and
Is that trying to get the job done?
door, no.
Oh yeah,
ABC 1, 2, 3
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
all season.
See that?
I've been waiting. I've been waiting. Thinking about it. So
Think about it.
I've
Yeah.
been throwing out there Levert song titles. So I've been throwing out there Levert song titles. So shout out to everybody that kind of caught on to what I was doing just now, man. Shout out to Levert. So
Yeah. That's why you got that ooh-wee.
ooh wee. Yep. And bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd give anything for an NBA title. Like right now, this group, bro, is crazy.
Right here. I'm right there with you.
Right.
It's not far fetched to think about it, man, because this team can get into a street fight with anybody. I'm not saying this because I'm a Knicks fan. I'm looking at what we got and looking at you could build off of what we had last year. Keep in mind, we went that far with the bench and cats from the Costco parking lot.
Yeah. I was calling them Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. Yeah, I got you. I feel you. I feel you. You know what? So I spoke to somebody that is from, I think they're from Lowell. Mass. Anybody ever heard of Lowell, Massachusetts? I ain't never been there. Like I haven't been there, but I was speaking to somebody from a place named Lowell or whatever it is. And he carved up the Knicks, bro, like a turkey. He was like, the Knicks always do this. The Knicks win the summer. They never win. He went in on me, so figure. Like he went in. He's like, that's all y'all do is make noise and do nothing. And I was mad, but at the same time, I was like, in the past, he's right. We used to do that in the past, but not now, bro. This team is good, bro.
Well, it was a lot of delusion. A lot of people was drinking that, and had that purple drink in their cup. Just grasping for straws, thinking that you got a name. Hey, we used to get a big name. Like, oh man, you got this, this name. Oh yeah, but this cat was on his last leg, man.
Right.
And cats were hyping it up. So but the circumstance for this season is different because of the proper moves. Because even back then, when a lot of people were screaming, hooping, and hollering, you could look at the team and see all the holes, all those big holes in the team that we had, what we were deficient at.
Right.
Now you look at it and it's like, man, we solid.
Right.
I do like how, since Philly got PG, got Paul George, that talk of the Knicks kind of died down or whatever, and they were swinging all the power to them and all that, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's all good. I could, just let the play speak for itself.
Let the play speak for itself, bro.
I just see what we got, the lineups, like you were saying, the defense, the offense. We got a very nice blend.
Right.
Right. Very nice blend. And, oh man, you gotten older. We're not older. We're a team in its prime. Those cats are starting to hit their prime. We're not getting with the older players that's out there, the older names, we don't have money tied up in 3 players, and you got you got you went from going with Gladys. You don't even have Gladys Knight. You just got the Pips.
Right.
Like how
Love
Phoenix got instead of, yeah. You got that, or you got the Blue Notes. No Harold Melvin.
Right. Yeah. I can dig it. I can dig it, man. I
Mm-hmm.
think we're at that place, and I was trying to explain this to a Celtics fan, but when you're the champs and you have a
Yeah.
history of winning championships, it's difficult to explain it. Like, or it's difficult for them to understand where we're coming from,
Yeah.
right? Because when I was trying to explain it, and what he said made sense, bro. He was like, "Yo, so you think y'all are gonna go from a team that didn't make it out of the second round to the NBA champs?" I was like, "Yep." And he was like, "And you know the Celtics have been knocking on the door for years, and we finally did it." And I was like, "Yep." And he was like, "Yo, and you find that justifiable? You think that makes sense?" And I was like, "Yep." And he was like, "And that's why people feel that the way they do about the Knicks." And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Pretty much, pretty much."
And that was the thing, you know. Just because your team, the Celtics, did don't mean that the Knicks got to follow that same blueprint. That's what everybody keep trying to, you're trying to shoehorn. This is the way it's supposed to be done. And get up out of here.
Right. I don't think there is a blueprint to win a championship.
There isn't, because if it was a blueprint, everybody would be doing it.
Right. 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 What's good, boss man?
Salute, Freezy. Salute, Soul Feather. Salute to the chat.
What's happening, Dre?
Hey,
D
how long were you backstage? Like 45 minutes?
Nah, just a hot 5 seconds.
You let Anthony detail it, bro. Let I
but
was back there for 2 hours, Uncle Freeze. I had to fix a sandwich. Yeah, right. Okay.
but to piggyback off of what you were talking about in terms of having to wait, the Celtics had like a few of their core guys 5-6 years before their prime.
Right.
Damn near our whole roster is guys that are 26, 27, 28, 29.
hmm
They're already at the winning age. If they have the capability to get to the mountaintop, they're at the age where it's supposed to be feasible or possible. Compared to Tatum, who was drafted at age 19, and Jaylen Brown
had to
was
learn.
drafted at 19, 20.
Yeah.
Like
Just
they
to
had
learn
to
it.
grow. They had to
hmm
grow. There is no growing. Like our team was put together not through the draft. This team was put together through free agency and trading.
Yeah.
This current iteration of the team.
And is that the way? Is that the blueprint for the Knicks going forward? Not including right now. What I'm saying in future championship runs, is that going to be the blueprint for the Knicks to put together a championship contender?
The way they built the team, I
Right
would
now,
say
yeah.
I would say yes. I
Okay.
think that's Leon's way of building, instead of, because he accelerated. He started out. I mean, just be honest, we didn't even have a foundation, man.
Right.
It was basically, you had an old facility, an old house or whatever. You knocked that joker down. He's like, yeah, we're gonna start this from the slab up,
We
and that's
we're gonna
that's what
start
they
from the
did.
bottom.
Yeah,
You already had the foundation built. You ain't got to knock down the foundation to build on top of it at that point.
hmm
Like there's the way how restrictive the new CBA is. There's multiple ways to skin a cat, and we're doing it this way. And the acquisition of talent speaks for itself.
and I
They all possess traits that lead to winning.
well, and also I like how he structured everything. How he brought the players in, certain contracts, the way the contracts are set up. It's
Yeah.
like Leon and Brock Aller knew what was happening before all this came down. It's like they had the crystal ball looking into the future. You know.
And
Yeah.
like the CBA told you a year out, like this is what it's gonna be. Basically 2 years
hmm
out, really. And some teams in our organization took it seriously and some didn't.
And yeah,
We
son
happen to
laughed
take
at
it
it.
very seriously.
Yeah, you're right about that. That right there, you definitely right on that, Dre. He took it definitely serious. And then too, look at the players he brought in, because of You know, everybody's talking about culture. Oh man, culture is something that you can't use loosely on this squad. That word because it's there. Look at, I mean, the players they brought in and how they work together. Um, you know, JB being the head of the snake. You know, it's real funny how you have everybody want to put, you know, Randall in a certain box. I'm like, man, just leave it be. This
Every
thing that it's gonna form. They're gonna come together and form like Voltron, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll say, yeah, go ahead,
I
Freeze.
just they probably instead of us doing it from like instead of us doing like the main ingredient, I think the Knicks probably took the um last donut of the night approach, and where you have guys that are already ready to kind of break out and get into their prime, and you bring them together, and now you don't have to worry about the young player stuff.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like instead of taking the approach of I don't know.
You can use the
Um
Celtics, man. Even though they won a lot, they had to take their bumps and bruises and to learn how to win at the highest level.
yeah. But the
In
Celtics
terms of
had
their two best players, that is.
the Celtics had players though. And
Oh yeah,
so
they had
and so
guys
they had players,
surrounding
and
them
then
from
for the
jump.
dudes around them, they was like, here, get this money.
Yeah,
Right. For the guys like Derek White, Drew Holiday, Porzingis. So yeah, yeah.
and you got to be opportunistic, of course. Like if you see a guy available, go out and get him. Just like they saw Drew just pop out, they weren't expecting to have Drew
Right.
or an opportunity to have him, but as soon as that happened, they jumped all over it. Can't be scared to make moves when they're presented in front of you.
Right.
as you say, scared money don't make money.
Right. Right.
Hey,
And then
man.
plus too, I think we've done stuff wrong a lot of times.
Hmm.
And so I think fans view us doing it this way. The way we did it before, things were kind of tainted in a way where they wanted to do things right, but kind of not necessarily getting it done kind of the right way. Instead of holding tight and doing it in waves, before they try to do it all at once, and it just didn't go. It just didn't work.
Said like Amari and Melo.
Yeah.
Like they just started putting whatever around Melo and then told and then asked Melo to just carry some garbage. Like they had that man, Freezy. Melo's second best player in his entire tenure was J.R. Smith.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
J.R. Smith. Yo, son,
You talking about a selfish player, bro.
yeah. How selfish of Melo to force the organization to put garbage around him.
No,
How selfish.
I'm talking about J.R. Smith at
Oh,
times. At times.
and I
Yeah.
love JR, but come on, man. They did Melo so
They took
foul.
the approach that two can win.
They had the amnesty clause and they used it on Chauncey Billups instead of Amari.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
what's good, bro?
that was crazy.
What's good, bro? You ready for Randall to be the MVP, bro?
You muted.
I know I was muted.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Chilling, bro.
Yeah, I haven't been here in a minute. I've been meaning to like pull up. It's crazy because when I see Knicks at night, sometimes I throw it on because I'll be in my crib, I'll be writing an article or something, I'll be doing my own thing, with this whole content thing. And I appreciate a video that Uncle Freezy put out the other morning. I think it was in the morning or the other day. And he was talking about how certain Nick content creators, they get so big and then they forget about the people who got them to that point, and they stop answering people on Twitter. Well, he didn't say what I just said, but to that like affect the way I took it in. is, they get too big. They stop answering people on Twitter. They start doing podcasts with other Knicks content creators. They stop showing the fans love. And that little speech you had, Freezy, that like woke me up a little bit. Because me being a content creator myself, it felt like I was losing myself a little bit, and I needed somebody to rein me back in. So when I listened to that, I'm like, "Yo, Freezy, right? Let me start getting in tune with the fans again." Because I felt I always want to feel intangible. So thank you for that, Freezy.
Appreciate it, man.
That was great, man. With that said, man, I'm super excited for this upcoming season, man. I'm so excited, and then the main topic that you spoke about. And I was speaking about that earlier with my guy Recap. Shout out to Recap. Was the small ball lineup. Thomas Thibodeau. I have my beefs with him, but in order for him to win a championship with the New York Knicks and Randall to be a pillar of that, he's gonna have to play Randall at the 5, whether he likes it or not. CP put out the other day that upper management, they're not really too high on Randall being at the 5. Well, you're not too high on winning the championship because you're not playing Mitchell Robinson in the last 5 minutes of a playoff game versus the Celtics. That is blasphemous. He cannot hit free throws. So then who's the next option? Jericho Sims does not shoot threes. Ariel Hakaporti is an afterthought. Precious Achua right now to me is my backup 4. I don't want him to be the backup 5, maybe in short spurts. So then the next option is, okay, now Thibodeau is going to have to think outside the box. He's going to have to go small. He's going to have to be playing OG Anunoby at the small ball 4, play OG Anunoby at the small ball 5 like he did in the playoffs. The only time I've seen Thibodeau go small, and let's be honest, we all watch the same games. We all been watching games for years now, right, fellas? The only time he goes small is when the team is going through horrific injuries.
Right.
That is a fact. That's the only time he goes small. When his team is fully healthy, he's going to put in 48 minutes of rim protection.
He'd rather go bigger. He'd rather go bigger.
That's garbage.
Yeah, it's his bias. I'll say this. It's his bias towards rebounding and rim protection that gets him in trouble. But he's always talking about net rating this and net rating that. It's one of those things where he's going to have to be, the roster construction is going to force him to make that move anyway. But it's one of those things where he's going to have to see something work for him to go back to it. Like for us to function at a high level against these elite teams, we don't have to go to these small ball lineups to close outs at times, depending on our matchup. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think is Tibbs's biases makes him want to go big, but in this process, I don't think he's gonna be averse to it because even though I did love RJ when he was here, he's not a small ball 4. So you couldn't have ran him with Randall, even though he was probably our best option. You couldn't have done it with Obi because they didn't provide the versatility on both ends that would suffice. Like when you don't have rim protection on the court, you need a bunch of guys that can switch everything and guard.
Yo, I'm gonna throw something at you, bro. That my cousin said to me the other day, and it aligns with what you're saying. And this is where that small ball unit, it falls back on Randall. My cousin said to me that, and Uncle Freezy, you could attest to this if you feel like he's wrong. My cousin's a little older than me. He said that Julius Randle is a 4 from the past, right? He said the new age 4 of today is a perimeter defender and usually is a small forward that's converted to a power forward. If you're a 4 in today's basketball, you have to either protect the rim at a high clip,
weak side rim protector.
Yes, or you have to space the floor at a high clip. Randall does either of those things. He cannot defend on the perimeter at a high clip. He's shown he can in the COVID season, right, where he was 3rd in the NBA in defensive plus minus. He's shown he has the chops, but does he do it at a high clip? The man had less blocks than Kevin Knox in a season. They was both on the same team together. He played 1,000 more minutes. So, can he defend at a high
I'll
clip?
put it this way though, State. I'll put it this way.
Okay.
When Randall is 6'9" and activated, if you put plus defenders around him, it'll only make him better defensively.
That's an excuse now.
No,
Because
no,
now
no. It's not an excuse. It's just unfortunately he's not one of those types of guys that can uplift the floor of a defense by himself because that's just not
he
in his
did it during
nature.
COVID, though.
He did during COVID, but we also had like guys like Nerlens Noel playing
Come
out of his
on.
damn mind.
Come on. We got Mitchell Robinson, Mikal Bridges, and OG Anunoby. Come on, bro.
I'm saying he's gonna have to do even less defensively now.
No, I disagree with that. I think he's going to have to do even more because if he's going to play the small ball 5, he's going to have to defend at a high clip. And on top of the fact, now that we got 2 elite defenders in the starting 5 with him, along with Mitchell Robinson, there's no excuse for him. So want to defend.
And I say this to that point, as State. When we had these lineups playing small ball 5 with Randall, we had Randall in drop coverage doing what? Like Randall, when he's at his best defensively, is when it's a scheme when everyone is switching because he can stay in front of a man defensively. He can't be in this drop coverage guarding no one because he's not a rim protector. But when you have those lineups where you don't have rangy wings, like for example OG or Mikal, you have to put Randall in the drop because if you switch everything, guys are just going to attack the rim against 6'4" Grimes, who's on the baseline, the low man trying to guard these wings cutting to the basket. Like you can get past the fact of not having traditional rim protection when you have guys that are stabbing in passing lanes and stunning and hedging and getting back to their man because they 6'7", 6'8" with 7-foot wingspans and a high IQ defensively. You can get away with a lot more with Randall's limitations defensively now as opposed to before.
But you can't say, see, going into a championship season, I don't want to hear about limitation, nothing. And I had this discussion with Recap earlier, and I told him, look, listen, if the Knicks don't win an NBA championship next season, it is an utter failure. But don't think that this is just one season of this, right? You have the best roster I've ever seen in my life. I'm 34 years old. Uncle Freezy's older than me. My father was 58, 59 years old when he passed away this year, right? The Knicks is on a 52-year title drought right now.
Yeah, our condolences too, man. That's young, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
He was a couple of years older than me.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
so the Knicks, when you trade 5 first-round picks, when those black men and Steve Mills and Scott Perry left you max cap space and all your first-round picks, and you cashed in and you traded all the kids, you damn right I want to see a championship next season.
You got when you push your chips to the table like that, you got to have your shit together. So like I understand,
excuses, bro.
I understand like when you say like when I say like limitations with Randall, it's not like I'm not giving him an easy out. I'm just like it's just not in his DNA, at least when he was drafted all these years, except for like one outlier year where he's been like a really, really good defender. Maybe, hopefully, when you put really, really good defenders around a guy that may be a so-so defender, it helps make that so-so defender play at an even higher level.
You know what the irony is to this? The irony is that all the team deficiency stuff always fall on Randall, right? But all the team goodness stuff always go to Jalen Brunson. Like we up here, we've been talking team defense for 20 minutes, and nobody even mentioned point of attack defense. What about your point guard slowing down the other team point guard so you won't have to make adjustments? Can we just talk about that for a little bit? I mean, full disclosure. If we keep it in the book, if we're not going to be hypocritical or inconsistent, if we're talking about guys on the team making adjustments, playing defense, shouldn't we also include Jalen Brunson in this conversation?
We
Go
should.
ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
We should. We should. Jalen Brunson's limitations are. It's something that you can't really account for because what he. We'll be honest. He's 5'11" and not really fast.
No, he's 6'1". I give him 6'1" in shoes.
Hey man, he tries. Whereas when Randall's at his lowest, sometimes he's aloof defensively.
Correct.
Sometimes
Right.
he's just sleepwalking.
What is Jalen Brunson?
When he's engaged.
What is Jalen Brunson defensively? You see how to in my mind, this is pick out one guy to be the scapegoat for a conversation, and then don't have it be even, or don't have it be even, right? If it was an even conversation, we'd be talking about all 5 defenders at once instead of talking about how all the pressure is on Julius Randle to be something that he rarely shows you.
What organization pays a point guard $100+ million to play elite defense in today's NBA? That's one. 2, Jalen Brunson led the league in charges. He's not a loop.
No, he didn't.
No, well, he's top 3.
Brandon Podziemski from the Golden State Warriors led the NBA in charges.
So he was top 3.
But he was in the top 5. Top he might have been second. He might have been
no, Brunson was second.
That's what I said. Brunson he might have been second. Yeah.
He's not aloof.
No. I said Randall. I said Randall sometimes is aloof defensively.
No, Randall's aloof. I'm saying Brunson's not aloof on defense. Like, I'm not watching Brunson and I'm saying to myself, get this guy off the floor. This guy can't defend. No, Brunson holds his own.
Brunson don't hold his own, bro.
No, I've seen. Listen, we've had 2 years of Brunson.
Right.
We've had multiple perimeter defenders around Brunson. We have multiple perimeter defenders around Julius Randle. The coach runs a drop coverage. Now the coach has the necessary team where he can switch off everybody. Okay. Now we shouldn't have these problems where we've been having before. I just don't complain about Brunson defense because we don't pay him $100+ million to be a stout defender. We pay Mitchell Robinson $50+ million.
So what do you pay your 3-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA player to do? Why is he held accountable for defense then?
Randall is a power forward. He's closer to the basket.
Right.
So that's supposed to be his job, correct?
No, that's not supposed to be down. That's not supposed to be his job. Defense is a team thing.
Yeah, but you're a power forward though. You're closer to the rim. You gotta protect. You gotta show some fight. Your guards can be beat, but if your back line of defense is good, then I think you don't really worry about that.
And in a 3-point shooting era, we're talking about backline defense, though, dog.
Hey, Freezy, I'll say this. Part of the reason Tibbs never liked these small ball lineups is because we had to put Randall in the drop, and Randall in the drop is not. It is some of the worst defense.
Right, but we're speaking to the known, but we're asking questions about the unknown. Like, we know Randall is not a rim protector. He's never been that. That's not who he is as a player. We know that.
Yeah.
Right? We know Randall is a jump shooting, rebounding, high volume scoring 4. Some would I like to call him a jumbo wing, right?
Yeah.
Like Giannis.
Yeah, throwback 4.
Right. So my thing is when we ask, it's like when we talk about Mitchell Robinson, talk about Mitch deficiencies, but we don't speak to other people's deficiencies because it's okay because the other people's strengths are more appealing than somebody else's weaknesses. So we move the conversation to Randall is not a good rim protector, right? Instead of talking about the point of attack defense with Jalen Brunson, because Jalen Brunson scored 40 points in the playoff game.
But
but what did the other point guard do?
I mean, I can't recall a game where Brunson got mauled by another team's point guard. And like that team's point guard just clearly outplayed Brunson. He
won't guard him. State, we don't put Brunson on the other team point guards, bro.
We don't need to. I don't think that's
we hide him. That's why he take charges. because he rotates around to guys coming to the rim. You ever notice Brunson takes charges at the rim, but not on the perimeter?
Yeah,
That's by
but
design.
I mean, hey, he sacrifices his body. He's 6'1". I don't think we pay him $100+ million to be a stout defender. Just be steady, but I don't think we pay. Also, you got to think about it like this: the guy who was next to him was Dante DiVincenzo. Love Big Pazza,
Right,
love him.
right,
He's 6'4", top 10 in the league in deflections last season.
right,
But at the same time, he's still 6'4". You
right.
replace him with Mikal Bridges. Now Brunson, I think he's gonna get even more charges this season, just because now he's gonna be able to expunge less energy on offense to score the ball because now we're fully healthy and we got stout defenders. I'm not worried about Brunson's defense. I'm not worried about Randall's defense. We just got to come and hoop.
Hey man, hey, I'm not even freezing. We've seen over the years that the time we have Randall, when it's a star matchup, if he sees KD across from him, if he sees Giannis across from him, he's locked and loaded. He's locked. He's engaged. He's contested everything. He's on everything. We just need that mentality every game,
Every
and we need
game.
that from and it'll be not even just Randall. We need that from everybody in order to reach the highest level. Like we need like a level of focus that we haven't even had thus far.
It's
Even
ironic.
I mean
So
this
so
stage.
the reason why I'm not in that camp because it's ironic that you say that about Randall, but we won't say that about Jalen Brunson,
I
right?
say we need it
Yeah.
from everybody.
All I'm saying is that if we just be fair, right? Because Randall slander come in all shapes and sizes, bro.
Hmm.
We legit try all different types of ways to protect Randall. I mean, protect Brunson at all costs, bro. But the fundamental thing about basketball is team defense start with stopping the basketball. That's the guard's job. That's why they call. That's why their title is called guard and not shooter. That's their job. Their first job is to guard the other man, not to shoot. But in Jalen Brunson's case, we ignore a lot of stuff. And I like Jalen Brunson. I think Jalen Brunson is a megastar. I think Jalen Brunson is better than Kyrie, Dame, SGA. The only guard I can legitimate think about that might be better than him is Luca. If you consider Luca a guard, that's it.
I don't consider him a guard.
Right, right.
Me, I don't. I don't consider him a guard. I don't consider him a point guard. I don't consider Shea Gilgeous Alexander a point guard. They not to me. I consider them both just guards.
Just guards, right, right,
Yeah.
right. I think Jalen Brunson is probably a top three guard in the NBA, and I'm not afraid to say it and stand by it. But no player in this league is beyond a critique. Jalen Brunson can be critiqued. It don't mean I hate him. It just mean if other players, if 14 players on a roster have flaws and we can critique it, why can't we say that about Jalen Brunson?
Yeah.
Yeah, people hate to. I mean, JB tries his best, man. He's 6'1". I just don't look at him for the defensive aspect of it. Just stay in front of your man and try your best when it comes to him. That's why I don't really harp on it so much, to be honest.
He's yeah, Jalen Brunson can do more, I guess, defensively, but be absolutely honest with you, he there's no physical way he can guard some of these guards in the league. Like that's why he's hiding out on off guards or less offensively talented players because he physically just can't do it. Now, if we're talking about like being a weak side defender or attentive or trying to get deflections or charges, he can do that all day. But if the moment you ask Brunson to point of attack guard somebody, I mean, he just can't do it. But we paying him to be an offensive machine or one of the most efficient offensive players in the league. That's what he's really. That's what his skill set is. That's what his best traits are. And now when we talk about like Randall, outside of maybe OG in terms of an overall package physically, I don't think like on this team who's more physically gifted than Randall, like as an overall
Mitch.
package.
Mitch.
But his injuries, bro, like he don't even move the same way he used to.
Yo, listen, man.
He's a physical freak. I'm not
It,
gonna
it,
lie to you, but in terms of like versatility,
mhm.
in terms of like when Randall's engaged and guards be trying to blow by him and he's just right there, it
Nick,
like there's some things that Randall can do that not many guys his size can do. There's not a lot of guys that move at 6'9", 260 like Randall in the league. Point blank period.
Nick's championship hopes falls on the backs of 4 individuals: Mitch, Randall, Deuce McBride, and Mikal Bridges. No, 5. And OG and Anobi.
Okay.
If those 5 can come together and play good basketball, because I think the other 5 that's going to be in the rotation, I think they're going to give us great basketball next season. But I've watched playoff games where role players can win you a playoff game. I watched playoff series where a role player can win you a playoff series, right? The Knicks have not had a healthy Mitchell Robinson ever, like ever, in a
The
playoff
last time he
series.
was healthy, he destroyed the Cavs.
Well, that was one, and you seen what he do.
That was
right?
that was a week. That was just 7 days. You know what I'm saying?
7
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
Deuce McBride, he another one. You know how many times I've seen him in the playoffs pick up his dribble, and I'm like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Julius Randle, Mr. Civil Rights Numbers, who has the worst field goal percentage ever in playoff history, with a guy with 100 attempts or more at 34%. His civil rights numbers match a guy named Joe Falk. The last time Joe Falk played in the NBA, my father wasn't born yet. So listen, man, those 4 dudes right there, they play well. Knicks are gonna win a chip.
I feel you, but my thing with Randall, and I'm just gonna defend Randall a little bit. We were in Atlanta, like we were at the 2 Atlanta playoff games, Friday night and Sunday afternoon.
Oh my God!
Right, we were on the floor Friday night, and we were in the suite Saturday afternoon. Right,
Okay.
and we were out there watching Julius Randle with a team that if Julius Randle would have been out for the season and just the rest of that team played the season, we'd have got Anthony Edwards in the draft that next year. That was the worst.
Different. Remember the COVID season?
That
You
was
talk
the
about
year
the COVID
after.
season. That's Scotty Barnes.
Who? Well, not Anthony Edwards. Who was after that?
Scotty.
Cade Cunningham. Scotty
Cade.
Barnes.
We'd have got Cade. Yeah, we'd have got Cade, bro. Yeah, thank y'all for that, man.
Absolutely.
But I watched Julius Randle ignore Nerlens Noel in the corner, and Nerlens Noel was clapping for him to pass the ball, and Julius Randle stayed. The man, we were probably 8 feet away from Nerlens Noel. You know, on the corner, the corner 3, whatever, and that little spot where the teams come running out of the locker room. We were right there. Nerlens Noel was in that corner. Randle passed him the ball. Randle looked at him and did a granny pass, the safest pass ever. And do you know that ball went through Nerlens Noel's hands?
Oh, I remember that game. Yeah, you know, Nerlens Noel.
The ball almost bounced up towards us. Hoodie Kev was so mad that we had to hold Hoodie Kev down in the seat, bro. Hoodie Kev was about to run on the floor, bro. because Nerlens Noel was in the corner for 3, and we know he can't shoot, and he was clapping for the ball, and we know he can't catch.
Freezy, you remember? Freezy, you remember Reggie Bullock on a fast break?
Oh,
that was the Sunday game. That was the
Pulling
Sunday
Daniel
game.
Jones?
Yeah. When he caught that touchdown from Derrick Rose. Yeah, when Derrick Rose got the deflection and he threw it to Reggie Bullock, and Reggie Bullock.
Oh my God!
No lie, Reggie Bullock was the only player on that side of the floor, and he caught it, and he ran the ball out of bounds. He took like 14 steps, never dribbled.
Well, he had another one. Hey, he had another one when he was underneath to go for the layup, and he ran out to pass the
Oh,
ball.
Oh, you talking about against the Lakers when he had the shot under the rim
Yes.
and he
Yes.
dribbled out and turned around and
Yes.
took a a wide open 8-footer
Wide
and
open
missed.
footer. Yeah.
I
Freezy,
hate that COVID
the
season
most
so much.
damning thing about that, Freezy, 3 of the starters on that team are not in the league right now.
I hate the COVID season so much. Yeah,
They're not even in the league, bro.
One of the most fakest seasons I've ever seen of basketball in my life. And like, shout outs to Randall. He put up horrific numbers during that playoff series, but at the same time, there was a reason why, Uncle Freezy, I was screaming tank that whole season. Yeah. What I didn't know was the Knicks did win the lottery, and they did win a number 1 overall pick, which was Jalen Brunson. Because this guy is playing like I didn't know that he was this good. And, and then you compound it with, State, you know what I got for you, brother? I got a guy who's going to break the Knicks 3-point record who actually plays defense in Dante DiVincenzo. So
on a discount, by the way.
Hey, I gotta laugh. Hey, I gotta laugh at that mistake because you hit the nail on the head with a sledgehammer. every time I think about Fournier, it was against Indiana,
God.
and he was rolling around, he was sliding around the floor looking like Sammy the Seal. Just lost. God. I was just like,
bro, we had a backcourt of Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier at the same time, and that was on free agent moves.
But Leon made that up though. He made up for that.
He better have.
Jalen Iverson.
Y'all. I don't know if y'all remember this, but he also signed Damian Dotson to 2 10-day contracts that season. Damian Dotson played for the Knicks, or was on the roster for 20 days. I ain't gonna say he played 20 games, but he was on the roster for 20 days. There was a time when Quentin Grimes and Damian Dotson were on the court at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Quentin Ntilikina.
Man, watch out! Don't want to say that name, Ntilikina. You know they come out of the. They come over the
Olympic silver medalist 2 times over.
Yeah, man. Hey, Frank Furter.
Yeah. You can't talk about Quentin Grimes. The Dallas Maverick fans will invade and swear up and down he the GOAT.
Yo, I've just come to the point where that 10th man in our rotation, because I was asked about if Tibbs should run a 10-man rotation. If Tibbs don't run a 10-man rotation, I'm going to accuse that man of being a drug abuser.
Oh, sabotage, something.
This is self-sabotage here because there's no way you go through a season with 6 season-ending injuries and you still want to run a 9-man rotation. So preseason is so important for the New York Knicks. I need these guys to show up, bro. Pacome and them rookies.
We had $100 million on the bench hurt in the salary cap. $100 million in your salary cap in street clothes.
It's because of Tibbs and Leon Rose. It's because Leon Rose didn't draft a 4 last season. That's a part of it. So Tibbs kept playing Randall. The first quarter.
What you mean? Jacob Toppin not good enough for you?
No, I didn't do it. No. Go to hell.
Bro. He signed his 2-way today. I know you saw it.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that.
Yeah, I think that part of the mistake is the Knicks had Isaiah Roby and Nathan Knight in camp last season. Now,
like come on.
No, those names ain't gonna blow you away. I'm not saying that they would have done anything miraculous, but those dudes were in camp with Charlie Brown Jr., Daquan Jeffries, and who's the other guy? Daquan Jeffries, Charlie Brown Jr., and Dwayne Washington.
We out here with 26-year-old rookies, man.
Bro, Charlie Brown, legit Charlie Brown Jr. I know I say it all the time, but Charlie Brown Jr. out here wearing the that cast. Remember the cast he had on his wrist, bro? He had that cast for 4 years, bro.
Yeah, dude.
He out here with the workers' comp cast on, bro. You an NBA player,
bro. He had that cast on his wrist just as long as Dupree was down with Alabama.
I can't, yo. I need Pacome did that. One of them, man. They got to win that roster spot, man. They got to, man.
I know.
They gave him a standard contract. He gonna be up here he's not gonna play, but he's gonna be
I think he's gonna play.
Who is it? You said?
Pacome Dadier.
Oh,
Pacome Dadier.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think he's gonna play. I think he's gonna play out the gate. Y'all gonna be surprised, bro.
That's my guy.
I think whatever Kevin Knox didn't have,
He's got.
I seen it in summer league. One of the
His
main
fluidity
things
is nice.
Yeah, it's the handle, but it's the defensive activity and the motor, right?
And that was the book against him.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
it damn sure was.
all he gonna do is soak up game from OG and McCown. How to be a wing 1-on-1 in the league.
And look who Kevin Knox had to soak up game from. Now you see how the infrastructure is getting better. Now as long as Pacome Dadier, he get
I
minutes.
couldn't even tell you a wing off that team besides nothing.
I couldn't neither. That's why Kevin Knox never got better on the Knicks.
Mo Hawkless?
Come on now.
Y'all don't remember Mo Hawkless, bro? Y'all forgot that fast? Y'all forgot that fast, bro? That's why when cats be talking about trading Randall, I'm like, bro, y'all don't remember the Mo Hawkless era?
No.
Y'all don't remember the Wayne Ellington era? Y'all don't remember when Alfred Payton, Wayne Ellington, and Reggie Bullock would not pass to R.J. Barrett in an overtime game and we lost?
Oh, my God.
Yo, Mike Miller needs to be arrested and thrown in Rikers to fight for McChicken. Yo, I told Freezy that what year was that? What year was that? That was 2020. Yo, I was talking to Freezy. It was coming to a point where Freezy was giving me therapy sessions.
Yeah, it was 2022. Yeah.
The fact that Mo Harkless was playing. Yeah, yo, he was playing after the All-Star break, and then COVID stopped the season.
They had nerve to say it was a homecoming for Mo Harkless. Who the hell is Mo Harkless?
Man, they were talking about this cat was like the second coming, like he was about to walk on water and not get wet. And I'm like,
and the
bro,
Clippers wasn't even playing. He wasn't even getting minutes with the Clippers.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, come on, bro. Hey, but you know what? Trust the process. They traded. Yeah, I remember that Sixers team. I know I talk about it frequently, but that team with Mo Hawkless, Andre Iguodala, Vucevic, Lou Williams, and Drew Holiday. You remember that team? And they split that team up because they lost in the second round. And they were like, we can't get no further, so we're gonna start all over from scratch. We're gonna suck for 10 years. And then on the opposite side of that, they still can't get out the second round.
Yeah, because they're gonna meet the Knicks again and get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Hey, man, when you see that alert for Joel Embiid getting a Supermax extension, that's gonna be the kiss of death for that one.
Yeah, I never wanted Paul George.
Yeah,
he's soft. Joel Embiid, he's soft. What you seen from Jalen Brunson the past 2 seasons, as long as the Knicks stay healthy, that's the only crutch. As long as they stay healthy, they're going to win a championship, bro. Thibodeau's got the horses. This should be a fun roster. This should be a fun team to watch. Hopefully you don't have the guys in when you're up 20 and you got bodies now to put in. Hopefully I can see some Pacome did that a lot of these games, man. It's gonna be fun though. You have a lot of fun, man.
I think one of the most amazing things we're gonna see this year is a very efficient Knicks offense where we'll get more low coverage threes, right? Instead of all of our 3-point attempts being created off the dribble or being smothered in the corners, I think we'll get more low coverage threes because the defense has to respect not only their man, but their area and passing lanes because the ball will be moving more and the ball moves faster than the man. So you'll see, I'm not going to say we're going to be wide open most nights. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is we'll have the ability to attack aggressive closeouts when they come and shoot the three over the top of late closeouts. Reactionary closeouts.
Like the way that we have the versatility and just knock down corner shooters, Randall and Brunson are gonna have 3-4 times a game where they could just take a one dribble pull up, and nobody's gonna be contesting them because they so preoccupied with everyone else on the court at any given time.
Right.
Like it's gonna be a lot of like Randall and Brunson are going to be in rhythm a lot of the season, like a lot.
Yeah, but they got to pass the ball. I
No,
don't think.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. I don't need Jalen Brunson 28 points per game no more.
Nah,
It was cute. It was cute for a season. I don't need that no more. I
Yeah.
need 20 and 10. I don't need Julius Randle 25 and 10 no more. I'm good on that. Give me a good solid 17 points and 12 rebounds, something like that to that effect. You got OG Anunoby, you got Mikal Bridges. Mikal just came off a season where he averaged 25 and 3.
Right.
I want to see that replicated again. The only way that's going to happen is if those two guys share the game, but Thomas Thibodeau runs a functional offense and make sure his guys share the basketball, man.
to that point,
Yeah,
State.
yeah.
When he was on the Suns, he was the most efficient player per shot, like in the league. Like every shot he like out of anyone in the league, including Steph, he got like 1.2 points per every shot he put up. Every like so in a system like whatever we gonna be running, even if you were to take 12 to 13 shots in a game, that man gonna get 18, 19, 20 points. Just extremely efficiently. If he's not being the focal point of an offense. Now, if you were to even take more shots than that, we might be talking about him getting a 22, 23. But it's gonna be like by committee. Like every single night, you might get killed by a completely different player, and it's gonna balance out to where he might get 20, but in one night he gets 33 because he's hot from three, and they guard Randall a certain way, so he gets 5, 6 threes up and he makes them. Or another night, it might be Brunson that catches the hot hand. It like we have so much talent on this team, and like the fact that all these guys are pushing in their prime, like Mikal 27, Brunson 27, OG about to be 27, or if he is 27, Randall's already in his prime. The consistency is gonna be there from night to night. So it don't even like when you say like we don't need him to get 23. We don't need him to get 28 points per game. I 100% feel that because he's gonna know he doesn't need that. He got help. You don't gotta be running these dribble handoffs for Hartenstein and trying to fight through double teams. If a double team is there, that means somebody's open.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's what Tom Thibodeau offense requires, right? But I just want to say this one thing. I don't know if Knicks fans know this or not, but Jalen Brunson was second in the NBA in shots per game last year.
Yep.
and I understand the reason. The reason is because he had to.
Yeah, he had to.
That's the reason he had to with so many people out
Mhm.
threes, and then plus there were nights where he caught fire and everybody expected him to keep shooting. Like him not shooting after he was on fire would have done the team a disservice.
They call him Jalen Iverson for a reason.
Jalen, yeah, Jalen. Yeah, man. But one of the things I want to also further mention is when a guy averages 29 points a game on 21 and a half shots, I think we're having, in terms of Brunson, I think we're probably having some type of efficiency issue. Like shooting 47, shooting 48% from the floor for Jalen Brunson as a starter. I think that's the first time he didn't shoot 50% from the floor as a starter in the NBA.
That's
And we are
48% though.
That's on high volume. That is very good for
Yeah,
his size.
right. But the thing is, we know why it was on high volume though. It was on high volume because other guys were out, and even the healthy bodies that were there were not scorers.
Mhm.
Right.
And his whistle was garbage. I'm gonna be real with you, Freezy. His
Yeah.
whistle is trash.
Yeah.
Like
and,
if he had a Joel Embiid whistle, that 48% would be 52%.
Well,
Yeah.
but that Dre, you said that's just with the Knicks in general. The Knicks can't get a call to save their life, man.
especially
You know,
Randall.
especially Randall. Hey, man,
Randall.
we seen Randall get accosted. You know, he man, cats out there fit the description all up on Randall, and he cannot get a call. But
The
Karate
Orlando
chopping
game.
that man under the rim.
So for
man, yeah,
the
but
Orlando game, it was me, Greeny, and Adam. The Orlando game, bro. Man, Randall was going to the rim, bro, and
Oh man, I watched that game.
Sounded like people
It's
clapping at the Oscars, bro.
yeah, it sounded like
Anytime
every
Time
Paolo,
he
hey,
went to the rim.
you know what it sounded like?
anytime Randall and Paolo run into each other, sparks is flying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna tell you, I'm watching the game at the crib out here in Dago, right? And I swear, I
I can hear.
promise you, right hand to the man, it sounded like one of them Shaw brother kung fu flicks, man. The way they was smacking Randall, bro.
Boy, it looked like two Autobots just clashing with each other
Yeah, man.
in the
Look,
paint.
yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. I'm like, damn. I was like, is this the kid with the golden arms, or is it flying guillotine going on up in this joint, man? I mean, for real. Five
Hey,
deadly
man.
venoms. I mean, this is ridiculous.
And
But
you know what it is. Randall doesn't flop, unfortunately.
yeah, he don't.
If he started selling,
Look, he need to go to the
but I
Bloody
don't think
Divac
he
Reggie
got
Miller.
Mamba mentality. He don't want to be known
Yeah,
as a flopper
yeah. I
because of
mean, other
Kobe.
than that, but well, you don't go to Reggie Miller Bloody Divac School of Flopping, man. It ain't gonna help you, dog.
Hey man, if look, you
Brunson
go
be
around the
flopping.
league, hey man, as an elite scorer, unfortunately, if you're an elite scorer, you got to sell calls. Even
So yeah,
Brunson does it.
oh yeah. You
If
know,
you
he
push if
uses
you
that
pushing
size.
28, 30 points per game, you get
Hmm.
into the free throw line. Now Brunson sells it, but he still has a terrible whistle. Even
Yeah,
then.
his
No,
whistle
we've
ridiculous.
seen him, man. Look, we've seen him get the Russian sickle in the clothesline out there, man. Cats look like Nikita Koloff giving to Bronson when he goes through the hole, man. I'm
Well,
like,
they be putting Brunson in the diamond cutter, man.
damn. I'm serious, man. I
Yeah,
was
shout
like,
out to JB, man. They be
Hey
yelling.
man, bro, hey, I'm gonna keep it real with you. We're gonna have about three guys shoot about 50% this year.
Who the three?
McCall, Brunson, and Randall.
What about Mitchell Robinson?
Well, that's a given. All his work is in the paint anyway. So he shot 70% a couple years ago.
yeah,
Yeah,
but last season, man, look, I mean, before though, let's keep it a buck. He couldn't hit an elephant in the ass with an iron board from the free throw line, bro.
Oh
That's
no,
the
no.
hard.
oh
That,
yeah,
that
he
was,
was horrific from the
oh
free
my
throw line.
God, bro. I love Mitch, but it was
And he
killing
came
me.
in the league shooting like 60, and then he put on all that muscle, and
Yeah, he did come back. Look, he did come back all swole up after that injury.
that because Tibbs told him to.
Yeah, because I remember when Embiid was trying to move him, he couldn't move Mitch. He got
I'm not gonna
frustrated.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I can't. I'm not gonna forgive Tibbs for telling RJ to put on all that damn muscle.
Yo,
Like, bro, RJ is a two guard. Like, what you trying to turn this man into a power forward?
yo, man. Tibbs is trying. I mean, hey, we got OG now, Mikel. So
Yeah. You got
I
to
OG
like, I
respect the
like,
Tibbs
I like,
brothers.
I like that combination of them on the even though we hadn't seen them together, but just the sheer thought. If you look at how they play,
mm-hmm.
They
that defense, dog.
complimentary.
Good God, bro. Hey,
And these people be like, yo, we building a team to beat the Celtics. In reality, bro, there's no such thing as too much defense. And there's no such thing as too much three-point
Nope.
shooting.
yeah,
Yep.
So no
I
matter
agree
what
with you on
team you
that.
put OG on, no matter what team you put McCall on, it's gonna be beneficial. So it ain't a
Well,
Celtics thing. It's about being the best team in the league
in
thing.
the league, yeah, a lot of they keep. That's what a lot of cats want to say. That we're looking at just beating the. Oh, this team is built to beat the Celtics. Okay, yeah, they're the champions, but this team is built with those two. You're looking at putting a stranglehold on the whole league. You know what I'm saying?
You got like, bro, you got two offensive players. It don't matter if they a tiny point guard. It don't matter if they a jumbo wing. It don't matter if they a four. Hell, sometimes it don't even matter if they are MVP of the league center. We gonna throw OG on them. Now what?
Yeah, yeah. What you gonna do? Oh yeah, now I got my boy, and then we got Bridges right over here too. You know, my thing is I always put that defense to this. You know that biscuit from Popeyes, you eat that
Mm.
joker, and if you don't have anything to drink with it, you choking, right?
Oh
It,
man.
it'll choke you out.
Now,
That's what
hey,
that's
look,
what.
we giving dudes Tampico with a Popeyes biscuit.
That man for real.
telling them to survive, bro. You getting
Yes,
Tampico with the Popeyes biscuit.
man.
You
Look,
getting choked out. Like,
you
bro,
get.
we got these two guys, bro.
Well,
These two guys on the wing are like hitmen.
well, I'm gonna tell you now. I look for with those two on the squad. I look for other teams I look for more uh, text to come about due to frustration
Oh yeah.
because you can't go in where you want to go because
And
with those two, it's instinctive. They
and
they
and it
see they
and
see
it's what
defense in ways normal people just don't see it. You know what I'm saying?
and they have the reputation for playing physical. So we gonna get
Yes.
away with a lot
Yep.
defensively. Like
Like us,
the
we're
thing that
gonna have
hurt
a lot
us,
of texts.
the thing that hurt us in the past, even when we had guys that were traditionally good defenders like Grimes or RJ,
Hmm.
or have the ability to play good defense, they never got that love from the refs. You got to develop
At all.
that rep, and once
Yeah.
you have that rep, it sticks with you. Unfortunately, when you're a Nick, you can't develop the rep as a Nick. You got to go out somewhere else and get the rep, and then bring it here.
Mm.
And now, when the ref be like the ref, you got to call it the same way you called it for OG when he was on the Raptors. Just because he wearing a Nick jersey ain't changed. It's still OG. You got to call it the same way Mikal was on the Suns, hounding guys, and he finished second in defensive player of the year.
Yep.
You got
Holding.
you got to call it that way.
Well, yeah, and then too, both those cats are tough. We already know OG ain't about to take. He gonna stand his ground. He ain't gonna let you try to come up and punk him
Trap.
or anybody around. You know what I'm
True.
saying? And then you get Bridges. He just smile at you. He smiles at he's that cat that's gonna smile at you, but yeah, he giving you a few jiggers to the kidney. You know what I'm saying? And it's part of the game,
You calling
man.
him the Chisar cat from Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah, he just a cat
He
just
actually
smiling
does
at
look
you.
like.
Yeah, he just smiling, dog. He just smiling. He gonna give you some jiggers to the kidney with that shank. He gonna shank you a few times, and then what you gonna do?
It might
So,
as well be. It might as well be. You see them skinny ass elbows, man. It might as well be a shame.
man, well, I just love that starting lineup, man. That defense with those
It's
two,
complimentary, bro.
and then you got Mitch sitting at the rim, just waiting for
Yo,
somebody to come through there.
my final question to y'all before I get out of here is if you had to replace Randall or Mitch,
Oof.
and you had to insert somebody in that position who will make the starting five like even better, who would that player be?
Realistic or unrealistic?
Realistically, the player got to be on another team who's obviously on a high contract right now that can be traded to the New York Knicks.
You drop. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Even though he's older, you drop Brooke Lopez on his team at the 5, and the paint is
Mm,
vacated for Randall
mm,
and
mm,
Brunson.
mm.
Like 4 years ago, yeah.
I mean, with these wings, you can make an older center look younger with these wings because
Gotta give me
he
somebody
don't got to
else, bro.
move around as much as he has to
He too
before.
old.
He's older now, but like on that Bucks team, they ain't got no wings.
Yeah, but they got smoked because he's just too old as well.
And I feel like,
Yeah, I would say to that if everybody's getting a turn answering. So, Sophie, you want
yeah,
to
go ahead.
answer next?
No, you go ahead, Freeze. I'm still
Oh,
trying to debate to think which way I would go.
Then I'll say
okay.
Jaren Jackson. Then, but
Jaron
that's not
Jackson, that's
really,
a good
yeah,
name.
that's not really realistic.
I think I'm gonna say then since Soulfinger and since Soulfinger is just gonna because it's a difficult question, Soulfinger. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm with
Yeah,
you.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I said
it-
it. I was like,
I think the obvious insertion, right? The player that fits what the Knicks do and their mentality, but also offers the skills that State is looking for. They'll need to be developed, right? They'll need to be developed, but he has those skills, and the only reason why they're not developed is
I
because
got a feeling you're gonna say the person I'm
he's
thinking.
going into his third year, and
All
it's
right, know who you about to
the
say
center
too.
from Charlotte, Mark Williams,
Oh,
right?
okay. No,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
okay.
because he's going to be a tough screen setter like Steven Adams. He's a finisher around the rim, right? And he plays slightly more minutes than Mitch, but he's a double-double, right? So he plays slightly more minutes than Mitch. I think Mitch played like 24. I think Mark Williams played like 28, right? But he's a double-double, right? And is a up-and-coming franchise center on a rebuilding team that's trying to figure things out. Now, who do you replace, Randall or Mitch? You don't have to replace either by getting Mark Williams. You can just trade away assets to get him. Now, once you get Mark Williams, your cupboard is going to be bare. You just got to roll with it, right? Your young core is going to be Huck Porty, Mark Williams, Dadier, Kolick, and whoever young guy else got. But Mark Williams is better than Mitchell Robinson right now. Mark Williams got touch around the rim. Mark Williams can pass right now. The only thing about Mark Williams is his offensive IQ is maybe not really high because he hadn't been taught, because Charlotte is, you spend 1 year at Duke, and y'all know how I feel about Duke centers. Yeah. He spent 1 year at Duke, and then Charlotte has been a mess.
Charles Lee gonna get him right though.
I wouldn't say it's his fault, but defensively, his instincts, bro, the only other player I think that has a higher motor or just the highest motor is him. That's a young player, is Jalen Duren, right? And I think he has a higher motor than Jalen Duren. I think this dude is 24/7 nonstop. He the type dude that he'll injure a player, but you don't know if it's going to be that team or your team because of how active he is. Right, you add him, right? Low maintenance guy, defense, rebounding, strong hands, low push shot, high volume rebounder. Now he's a defensive rebounder, right? He's not an offensive rebounder. He's a defensive rebounder. So there'll be some offensive rebounding challenges. Maybe Tibbs can work with him on that. But that'll be my answer, bro. Buy low right now, Mark Williams, insert him in the lineup, and let him and put him in the Tom Thibodeau postgraduate school, the postgraduate center school. Y'all know the school I'm talking about. Mitch was in it. Nerlens Noel was in it. Taj Gibson was in it. Hartenstein was in it. They all got better with Tibbs. Put Mark Williams in that postgraduate school, and you might be looking at like a borderline all-star at the position. And when I say borderline all-star, I'm saying that his efficiencies will be better. And so right now, I think he's 13-10 right now. I think he's 13-11 or something. I'll check the numbers, but it's a name to definitely keep on the radar. That's if you buy in low. Now, if you want to spend bread, now I don't know.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't even think you can buy Mark Williams low. I think he's a staple. Like they gonna get rid of Nick Richards before
Charlotte going to the playoffs this year, man. I seen that coach
Charles Lee
bringing new fresh.
Oh, he averaged 4 offensive rebounds a game, bro. That's more than Mitch.
Mitch was hurt.
No, I'm talking about average.
Mitch was averaging like 5 offensive rebounds before.
Yeah, Mitch was. Mitch was
like
leading
5,
the league.
like 5.5 or something silly like that.
Okay.
Whole teams had 50 plus offensive rebounds, and Mitch was ahead of them by himself. Like Mitch
was out, and it took about a month and a half for the next closest person to catch him.
You know this remind me of? You remember that Roy Jones song, Uncle Freezy? Y'all must have forgot.
Yeah.
Like we must have forgot. Hey, we haven't had Knicks basketball in about a month or two. We must have forgot about Mitchell Robinson and what he do and what he could bring on the basketball court. I'm very excited for next season. A lot of these questions, is crazy to me. If I had a player, Bro already mentioned it, but my player would be Jaren Jackson Jr. Just a guy who just fit like exactly what we want to do to a T. Another guy to me is Desmond Bane, who fits exactly what we want to do.
He's a good fit. I was seeing Jalen Duren That was one of the players I was.
I
looking
like
at.
Jalen Duren, but there's no way in hell we're getting him from the
Oh
Detroit
yeah,
Pistons.
We stood a better chance running through hell and gasoline draws.
What
Man.
you think about Walker Kessler?
I like Walker Kessler.
I like him too.
Great
Yeah, I
rim
like
protector, but dealing
You
with
can't do
Danny
business
Ainge,
with that man. You can't do no business.
You can't. No, man. No.
And y'all older folk can attest to this. You know, the older folk who was back in the day dealing drugs and all that and going to get the plug, and dealing with Ainge is like dealing with a bad plug for weed. Like,
man,
he's gonna always
this,
overcharge, bro.
Yeah,
like,
this is who Danny Ainge is. You talking about that? Danny Ainge is the cat that put oregano in the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody that got shot. Yeah.
He don't even do that. He just shorts you every time. He's gonna overcharge you.
Yeah,
like he gonna give you the good product. Like you gonna get some good product.
Stay. It's the year's 2010, and that man is giving you a quarter of sour for $120.
Like, come on, bro.
Come on, dog. What are we doing?
Bro,
like, what are we doing here, bro?
Sour is everywhere. What is you charging us?
Well, yeah, what are we talking? Yeah.
So I ain't dealing with the devil. So
that
like I got Memphis.
Did he always have a punchable face like that? Really?
Man, yeah.
We've
seen him take some L. Hey, we've seen him take some get blasted. Was it Clyde? Was it Clyde? No, it was Dr. J that turned around and just fired off on him. Or was it Clyde?
Oh, that was Bird.
Yes,
fired off on. I mean, Dr. J fired off on Bird.
Bird on
Bird,
but
Ainge.
I want to say it was Clyde. I want to say
Somebody
Clyde.
You talking about Drexler? You talking about Drexler?
Yeah, Clyde Drexler.
Yeah,
I think he tipped him up. Somebody, I'm trying to remember who tipped up Danny Ainge because he gave him a 2-piece of biscuit and a side of slaw.
It's that archetype, the Danny Ainge archetype, bro. All the Danny Ainge archetype are just most hated. It don't matter if you're talking about Grayson Allen, all of them do the Danny Ainge archetype. All of them people hate all of them, bro.
Nah, Danny was tough though.
Danny was.
He threw a ball at Mario Elie head and then act like he ain't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
We know he could take a punch.
Yeah, I would say to that. I don't want to disrespect Mitch by looking for his replacement, right? Because Mitchell Robinson over the years he'll be going into his 7th season as a Knick, right? I think
he's the longest tenure Knick.
He's the longest tenure Knick. Now, what I would say is, if that man can't stay healthy, right? Don't depend on him for 25 minutes. Cut that man minutes. Yo, Mitch, you playing 18 minutes.
Yep.
And he gonna be like, yo, 18 minutes, you bugging, man. I'm so
healthy.
Nah, bro. We've been going through this thing for years, trying to give you. Been trying to up your minutes for years, and the more we try to up them, the more you get hurt.
Facts.
So we're gonna back you down to about 18 minutes, and then that's the new normal for you, bro.
Us, you can handle more minutes.
Or if Tibbs is a smart coach who's not being a drug addict like he was last year, he don't have to play Mitch all those minutes because he could just say, okay, Mitch playing bad, let me throw in Jericho Sims.
Right.
I was arguing for Jericho Sims early because I'm like, look, listen, man, we seen Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride got sent to the G League multiple times. He waited his turn. As soon as he got his turn and the opportunity, and sometimes opportunity is psychological. Because I was listening to a couple of Deuce McBride, podcasts that he was on, and he was talking to Patrick Beverly, and he was saying that the idea and the thought that I was going to come in, and I knew that I was going to come in and play, and I knew that I was going to get my minutes after the OG trade. That tells me that if said player and his psyche know that he's going to play consistent minutes every single night, and he got an open opportunity to make himself millions, he's going to be extra focused. So, Jericho Sims, he's probably going to be one of the important factors that I didn't mention about being on the championship run.
He's looking for another contract too. So
yeah, you want to get paid, you want to feed your family. It's a legacy play for him now. You just seen iHeart make $90 million after the man averaged 5 and 4.
Yeah,
like Sims, it's time to go. It's time to go. Mitchell Robinson, I can't deal. Uncle Freezy, if I gotta come on your show in December and we talking about Mitchell Robinson injury, bro, that's gonna be a bad conversation for me and you.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now. I don't want to talk about that when it comes next season.
No,
Yes.
I don't want to have that conversation, bro.
Me neither, yo.
Bro, that's majority of the Knicks Nation right there. I agree with you.
And even with that, like a Mitchell Robinson injury can like send dominoes where you just playing guys out of position for too long. Like, bro, we had this man Josh Hart playing 48 minutes at the 4.
Him and Precious played 40 minutes a night in February, I think.
And it's just a domino effect from one guy getting hurt. Because it forces you to plug
other
guys
are getting hurt.
Yeah, it forces you to play guys out of position.
You're right. Like one guy getting hurt, you can't make the roster move. You stuck because Charlie Brown Jr. and that stupid ass workers' comp cast on milking the payroll, bro. Bro, I ain't never seen that man play a minute in the NBA, bro. But you know what?
We played him.
But you know he must be getting his haircut in Harlem because his fade always be tight, bro. That dude haircut always be fresh.
That man got a Dominican barber, man.
Yeah, he must probably. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, him and Daquan Jeffries, bro, held up them roster spots where we couldn't get into our depth. I think that's the reason why Cameron Payne is here. And the secret name people keep forgetting is Keita Bates-Diop. He averaged 16 points a night for his career. He's a rotation player. I don't think that man is coming here with the expectation.
Not no 16 points a night. Probably for a spurt.
No, 16 minutes a night.
Oh, 16 minutes. I thought you said 16 points.
16 minutes a night. Yeah, 16 minutes. He's a rotation.
He's a rotational player. NBA player. He ain't
former Tibbs draft pick, by the way.
Yeah.
He ain't one of those computer generated 2K guys that wear the 2K sneakers.
Yeah, he did 2K sneakers, bro. He wearing brown t-shirt in the practice gym.
Yeah, he ain't even got like Daquan Jeffries don't even got a photo in 2K. They got to use like a computer generated face.
I mean, we got bodies this year, bro.
Bodies,
about no injury. We got bodies. There should be no talk this season. Oh, who are gonna play? OG didn't know he's gonna miss 10 games. Shut up. You got Pacone did that right there. Play him. Play him. I don't want to hear nothing. Jalen Brunson go out for a game or two. Start Deuce McBride. You got Cameron Payne and Tyler Kolek. I don't want to hear it. Mikal never going to get hurt. He's Iron Man. You know, so we're safe, man. We're safe. Leon did a great job this offseason.
Leon did a great job.
Did a great job.
That's the only thing I don't like about Jaren Jackson. He's soft on the rebounds.
Injury.
Yeah, yo, Jaren Jackson, historically, because that season where he was drafted, I was with Uncle Freezy. We was definitely looking up the draft. We was definitely looking at Jaren Jackson Jr. as well.
Right.
I think Freezy was the highest on Jaren Jackson Jr. That's what's so funny about it. Even in college, he was a historically bad rebounder. And in the NBA, for his size, I think he's 7 foot in shoes. This man averages 5 rebounds, bro. And I think he averages like 1 offensive rebound. Like, it's so horrific. If he was a better rebounder, yeah, sure. But, you know, we'll see. Sometimes it takes a player to grow into that role, right? Like Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol was soft. He was soft
than baby doo-doo.
Very, very skilled. Soft. They traded him to the Lakers. Got with Kobe. They got smoked in game 6, I believe, by the Celtics by like 50. I think it was the highest winning percentage in an elimination game ever. That man Kobe ripped into Pau Gasol. No, not even ripped in them, but as a leader, he probably looked at Pau Gasol that whole summer like, yo, big dog. Yo, you see what they was doing to you, bro? Yo, you gonna have to get in that paint and muck it up. And then that very next trip that they got to the finals, the Lakers versus the Celtics, Pau Gasol actually kind of dominated Kevin Garnett a little bit.
And they added Ron Artest too, though.
They
added Ron Artest. But what I was gonna say though, just on the Jaren Jackson Jr. thing, it's kind of unfair and fair at the same time. But the thing is, Jaren Jackson Jr. is at 6'11", however tall he is a matrix on defense, right? Like
Yes,
people
he's
like he
great on
does
defense.
defensively, he does all the stuff that Randall won't do. Like he'll
Correct.
scramble out to the corners to contest and all that stuff. But when you do that, when you are a two-way player exerting all energy on both ends of the floor,
Get hurt.
for one,
Yeah.
you're gonna stay hurt, and two, it's gonna take you away from rebounds. Right? It's like Porzingis. When you're a 3-point shooting center, you're not going to average 12 rebounds a game because most of the time you're playing on the perimeter. By the time you get to the rim, your coach is not telling you not to crash the offensive glass from back there because if you're a big and you head towards the rim and the ball go over your head, everybody's headed the other way. Your big man has to turn around in traffic and sprint full speed to the front of the rim.
It's hard to be Embiid and Joker.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying right now.
is because think about Embiid. Embiid plays excellent defense when you bring the play to him, but
Yes,
Embiid is not going to the play like Jaren Jackson Jr. You know what I'm
he
saying?
can
Like,
still kind of defend his space though.
yeah, he's great at that. That's what I'm saying.
But part of their scheme is funnel it to him because we
Yeah,
don't want him to exert so much energy trying to cover guys out on the perimeter. Like when you saw us when you saw us in the playoffs, when we played them in the playoffs, you noticed the Sixers pre-rotated damn near everything if it was an action for Embiid. Like Embiid would point out, yo, guy in the corner, go pick up that pick and roll for me.
yeah,
And I'll stay in this drop and I'll be
yeah.
in this quasi zone.
He had one
But,
leg
but if
though.
you made that,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
if
yeah,
you
one
made
leg, but he was still doing that before. Like, and
Yeah,
if you looking at him now, you saw him in the Olympics. That man can't even get boards no more.
nah, that's what I'm saying. Joel Embiid is the same thing with um oh God, what's his name? Brooke Lopez. Same thing with him. He's elite when you bring the play to him, but when you ask him to go and do something, bro, these dudes over 250, like LeBron and Randall and Brooke Lopez and Embiid, when you ask them to either be able to contest on the perimeter and rebound, bro, they
oh,
not gonna be able
LeBron's
to.
a freak.
Yeah, they
And
not.
and,
It's
and, and
different.
when you talking about it, like in the
LeBron ain't gonna play
marathon,
D though. He ain't
in
gonna.
the marathon of the season, the first 20 games they look on point playing defense.
Yep.
Then about somewhere around game 50, 60, it don't look the same.
Nah.
Yeah, nah, Braun different, bro. But Braun was an elite defender growing up. I think after the 2014 season, no, after the 2016 season, I think he started getting the drop off on
Yeah, he
defense.
slowed down a little
Yeah,
bit,
He
but
he
he
slowed
was
down.
still hey man,
Yeah.
he was
No,
still
after 2018, because that 2018 finals, I think that was peak LeBron right there.
he
Like,
was still world destroyer Hulk. He was still
Yeah.
he was still Red Hulk. Like
yeah,
that he was still he was
it's rare though, man. That's a rare. Listen, I'm looking at these future drafts, man. You got the Great White Hope coming in Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
This AJ Doumbia, this
Freezy
whatever.
love that guy, that Sudanese kid that's going to Duke.
Yo,
Yeah.
this
Oh
A
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
AJ, listen, that AJ kid, AJ Doumbia, whatever his name is,
Yeah,
he's the
he gonna be
next
a
LeBron.
problem. He's gonna
He,
be a problem.
he is so OD, bro.
AJ DeBonsa.
Yes, the U under 17. I'm watching him. I'm like, wait, hold on, bro. This kid moves like Sean Marion on defense, LeBron on offense, but the shot of Rashard Lewis. Where are they making these kids at, bro?
Right.
Yeah,
So the Knicks, we gotta go now before these
yeah.
other kids.
Hey
get
man, we need to go
there.
now before Wemby
No,
gets
before Palau.
activated like the Winter Soldier.
I take Palau over Wemby right now, bro.
How long over Wemby? Hey,
Palau,
man.
yo, that
I don't
Dominican
know,
destroyer,
man.
in Orlando. If we
Yeah.
meet them in a playoff series next year, Julius Randle gonna have to dominate him, but dominate him as the I've been in the league 10 plus years more than you. So I'm gonna use my veteran expertise to bust your behind.
Hey, State, bro. We saw him live, right? We were probably about 20 rows, about 25 rows back, right? We had bad seats, bro. But anyway, so we was about 25 rows back, bro. That man ISO Quentin Grimes in the corner and blew by him and dunked, right? And so, and he laughed like when he got Grimes. I was like, why he laughing at Grimes? Grimes ain't real. Bro, that man went left around Quentin Grimes, and I didn't know he was gonna go left. I thought he was gonna drive baseline. That man went left around Grimes, bro, and Grimes turned around like, what was that? You know how to bust past you when your shirt is like, bro, and then the next time, right, quickly was like, nah, chill. I got him. Bro, he faked left and went right baseline around quickly, but Randall cut him off and they collided in the air, bro. It was like, I swear,
Hey, man, it
was like Captain America Civil War, whatever.
Look, man, it was like
dudes.
Freezy. It was like
Juggernaut,
Superman.
Juggernaut,
It was like
Juggernaut and
Superman
Colossus.
and Zod, man.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Juggernaut, Juggernaut and Colossus.
Bro, and so the thing is I don't know. I think he's fast, but I don't think he's unnaturally fast. But if we're talking about, when you're talking about quick, if you're talking about quick twitch, bro,
yo, he got
he's super
his
fluid,
first
but
step
powerful at the same time.
Yeah, his first step is so fast, bro. Like,
bro,
he remind me. Yo, this is crazy. I'm gonna say this, but he really do remind me of Carmelo Anthony. Like,
yeah, he's a jumbo Melo.
He remind me of Melo with the scoring chops are like pager, like one of those like pure, like I'm a go get a basket. You can defend a little bit.
Yeah.
So like I take him over Wemby, bro. Like I like Wemby.
The only
Wemby's
thing I
gonna be
don't
great.
like about I love Paolo's game and I love his potential. The only thing he's not really like he can play defense. He's just not consistent with it. But that probably has to do with his offensive load being crazy right now.
See, I'm kind of right in that camp with State when it comes to Paolo, man, because Paolo's kind of like that lab creation you see the potential, but he ain't even open it up. You know, you seeing all this greatness, but he ain't even nowhere near scratching it. You know what I'm saying?
But
you could say, hold on, you could say that about Wemby, bro. You saw Wemby. Wemby in the championship game made Joel Embiid look like he wasn't even there.
Now Wemby tough. Wemby tough,
bro. He made the MVP look like he wasn't even there. And
Wemby
Joel
tough.
had 100 pounds on it, and
we got Mitch though. We got Mitch though. We already seen what Mitch did to Wemby, so I ain't worried about Wemby.
And maybe because I'm a little biased.
That's just the beginning, though.
Maybe because I'm biased. Maybe I'm because I like Wemby. Don't get me wrong. Wemby's man. He's from another planet.
Wemby cold.
Yeah, he cold. He's from another planet. But I think Paolo's from another dimension.
Yeah. That's the perfect. No. Wemby from another like timeline universe.
Yeah.
Paolo from another dimension.
He's from another dimension, man, because you can't be that big, be that quick, have all that. He got handled. I mean, I'm prone because I like power forwards. I like those power. You can find a power forward that can do that, to do the things that he can do. That's few and far between when you look at it throughout the league, the history of the league. And he's young and he's just getting better each season.
I don't know how old Dre is, but I will shoot this question. Say that again, bro.
I'm 33.
Oh, you're 33. Oh, so this question can't apply to you. This is going to apply to like the two OGs, right? When it comes to Palau, Randall, they're not like Glenn Robinson babies. No, that's not the Junkyard Dog. They're not Junkyard Dog babies. Vin Baker. They're not those babies from
that Derek
era.
Coleman. They're not
Derek Coleman.
Derek Coleman.
Charles Barkley.
No, they not Barkley.
No, Barkley and another. Yeah, Barkley.
Barkley. No. But
See, Barkley's in a whole nother dimension timeline because you don't come in.
Barkley is in a whole nother cinematic universe than you do.
Yeah,
yeah,
man. He got his own standalone right now. He got his own standalone.
yeah. But like when people tried to compare Zion to Barkley, I'm like, yo, bro, Barkley's
No.
6'5", averaging 12 rebounds, and the NBA at that time had nothing but 7-footers. He will never be Charles Barkley, bro.
No.
Never. Like, yeah, Barkley cold. Larry Johnson, Grandma Ma before the injury.
Yeah.
Like them dudes cold, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, and just real quick, man, Paolo, for those that can't, those that need to see it to believe it, bro, Paolo Banchero legit is, if there was a character to describe who he is on the basketball court, when you watch him live, he's probably Soul Finger. You remember Nightcrawler?
Yep. Oh yeah.
You remember Nightcrawler, bro? Like he'll be one place
Sure.
and then he'll be in another place,
And
you
he
like, yo, how
folks
he
to the
get
other spot. Yeah.
Bro, I saw him go by, and I know I said this already, but I saw him go by Quentin Grimes, and trust me, I'm being flattering to Grimes, right? Grimes went out there like, yo, I got him right now. I got him because he was shooting jumpers, right? That man legit went by Grimes, bro.
He
And
covers
that
ground,
dude was
man.
dunking the ball before Grimes could turn around. And I'm talking about this dude was like a foot inside the 3-point line, bro. When you 250 and you can teleport like that, bro.
Freezy. They got clips. When Paolo has the ball in his hands and he's being like a decision maker and going downhill,
Right.
he doesn't have the verticality LeBron has, but he looks a hell of a lot like young LeBron when LeBron had the ball on the perimeter and Braun was about 6'9", 250.
Yeah.
You know who will play like him? If Randall would have never broke his ankle, that very first season, he'll play just like an athletic like Palau Banchero. I don't know if Palau play like him or he plays like Palau. Maybe he's the older statesman in this situation, so I say Palau plays like him out of respect. But like Randall's like the,
because you're not supposed to handle the ball at 6'9",
but
260.
there's times where Randall looks like LeBron. Like where I'm looking at him, I'm like, this guy.
Bro, look up Randall's highlights against Minnesota. The man was doing between step back.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about on Nas Reed? Remember that?
That man 6'9", 260 doing 7 tweens in a row to a step back. And on the low, Nas Reed is crazy too.
He crazy.
Nah, I like Nas. I like Nas Reed.
Nas Reed's actual skill is crazy.
He's very skilled. Do the NBA need to expand? There's too many players that's out the league that needs to play.
It does.
I would say yes. I just don't want to see a team in Seattle. I just don't. Like go to Kansas City, go to Vegas. Just don't
Vegas
go to
for
Seattle.
sure.
Why
Vegas is gonna get a team.
Huh?
Why not Seattle?
Okay, so I would say not Seattle and not New Jersey, right? Those are the two places I don't want to see another team.
They could put the Nets back there. They can.
No. I'm talking about but because the Nets are a New York team that moved to New Jersey. So, but not in Seattle because Seattle had everything that they needed, right? But what they wouldn't do is just build the Sonic Stadium.
Yeah, they needed a new arena.
They had a rabid fan base. They were selling out season tickets. They was doing all that stuff, and they were playing in the Civic Center, right? They legit play. Yo, Soulfinger, what's the joint out on Nassau Coliseum?
Nassau.
Oh my God,
bro, they legit
the
playing in
that's what they call it now.
They legit playing in Nassau Coliseum, bro. They would not build a stadium. Now, here's the thing, State. This is the reason why I say nah. You know what they trying to tell us now? They trying to tell us that they renovated Key Arena. Now it's an NBA stadium style stadium now. But it's the same thing.
Yeah.
They just renovate. Bro, no, we not going back to Seattle for y'all to be going through the same thing in 8 years.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Go to Vegas.
Yeah,
Vegas definitely get it because that's a new hot spot.
Well, they're gonna probably put one in Mexico City. I'm gonna be real with you. They're
Yeah,
probably gonna put one in Mexico City.
Yep,
Yeah.
yo,
And
if you had a team that you would not want to see come to the Eastern Conference, because then if they expand,
Memphis.
yeah,
I don't want no
I
parts
want no
of Memphis
parts of
in the
Grizzlies.
East, bro.
No.
That's
Yeah.
I agree.
Memphis.
know.
That's the team I don't want to see come.
And that's the easiest one they could put over.
Yeah. And keeping it a stack, bro. I think Minnesota is
Yeah.
one of those that'll be on that mid-continent
New
divide where
Orleans as well.
yeah,
Pelicans.
and so Dre, the reason, okay, so since you brought up New Orleans, right? The New Orleans Pelicans situation is the same reason why I don't want a team to go back to Seattle. Right? There was a team that was once in New Orleans called the Jazz,
Yeah.
and they moved to Utah, and Utah welcomed them with
73.
open arms and started making the playoffs every year because the team in New Orleans couldn't get a stadium and they wouldn't go support. And so now to revisit Seattle, when they still have not committed to building a stadium, wherein if you go to Kansas City, you already know that there's a rabid winning fan base there in Kansas City because of other sports. You know they'll support because of the Chiefs and the Royals.
Just say St. Louis.
Or St. Louis. I didn't like St. Louis because of how they did the Rams.
Yeah.
But I could the only place where I would like to see a team go is a community that's going to be flat out committed to an NBA team, so we won't be going in James Dolan pockets talking about revenue sharing.
Well,
I'm so tired of the damn revenue sharing conversation, bro.
Adam Silver.
Well, they ain't putting one out here. They won't put one out here in San Diego again because you already had two to come through there.
Yep. The Rockets and
the Clippers and the Rockets.
Yep. Yeah. San Diego don't. No disrespect to people from San Diego, but they don't.
They don't support anything. That's why they lost the Chargers.
Yeah.
Well, that whole thing, we wasn't that the owner didn't want to build a stadium. He's trying to get the city to do that. But I mean, the only thing they got here is the Padres. They support the Padres.
They'll support the Padres, bro.
They support the Padres, but man, when it comes to anything else, no, bro.
But the mayor said, and I don't know if y'all remember this, but the mayor said when they were talking about potentially the Chargers and the Oakland Raiders sharing the stadium in San Diego, right? The mayor said we have trouble fixing potholes in our streets, and y'all want to build a multi-billion-dollar stadium.
Well, and then the owner was trying to get the city to pay for it, to put everything, to do everything. He wasn't trying to put any money in, but he was trying to get up to go up north but then Jerry jumped in and messed him up. So, but when they moved, but and I can just tell you now, Chargers games were like a away game for them.
Yeah.
I'm keeping the buck. This is San Diego's a military town. So every time, look, I'm a who that. Man, I went to that last time the last game the Saints came out here and played, bro. I'm up in the stadium. All I see was black, gold, and white jerseys.
Yeah.
That's all you saw up in there. Kansas City Chiefs, same thing. Bengals, same thing.
Yeah.
The Jets, same thing.
Jets fans, they probably lost. They don't travel. They was probably looking for the Meadowlands. They got lost. but to your point, though, State, what I would rather see a city that can support. I would even consider putting a second team in Chicago. New York do it. LA do it. So the top two markets do it. Why can't the third biggest market do it? Right?
Because y'all don't even want to give your first team a stadium.
Yeah. Well, that first team is poorly run. The Chicago Bulls, Dre, not to dominate, but the Chicago Bulls over the 50 years or so I've been watching basketball or whatever, or understanding a little bit about basketball. Chicago has always been mid. That team, they you remember how we said the Orlando Magic is a first round team. They're gonna be 41-41 every year. That was Chicago. Just good enough to make
Soldier Field like 30 years ago. They should have been out of Ben.
Yeah.
As soon as they won that Super Bowl, they should have had a new stadium up.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
yeah.
We'll
I mean,
see, man. Yo, yeah, look, it's funny. Jalen Brunson just started something very special. I hope that his reign here within the next 8 years, I hope that allows the Knicks to sign one of these young superstars, man. That's what I'm really hoping for. I'm hoping this culture leads to like us signing a Wendy, us signing a Paula Banchero, um, getting something like that. So let's keep it going, man.
Hey man, when it's 2040 and one out of every three kids' name is Jalen in New York City,
yeah,
you gonna know what happened,
yeah, yeah. You remember the original Jalen too, right?
Rose.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I had never heard that name until I saw Jalen Rose, bro.
And then like one out of every 15 players in the league come in with Jalen as their name.
Yeah,
A variation of Jalen. It
yeah,
could be Jaelen. It could be Jaylen. It could be Jalen. It could be Jaylinn. Like
yeah,
it's a Jalen.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
Jalen. Yeah. Jalen has that name blew up.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah, shouts to you, OG. I'm going to bed, man. I'm
yeah,
tired.
man.
I'm getting old. Man.
I'm gonna get me some, but I did want to say this to you though before we get out of here.
Mhm.
Um, Pacom Dadier is gonna be Sean Elliott, bro.
I
The,
like
the
Harris.
Pacom, yeah, Pacom Dadier is gonna be. He is
Augment or something, man. I need some old school Adrian
yeah,
Dantley.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I
He
think
gonna be Sean. And he right now he's Sean Elliott in his freshman year at Arizona, but
He in the embryo stage right now. You gotta slow
yeah,
cook that. You gotta slow cook that.
yeah, yeah. But by the time OG get to about 29, we're gonna be doing like some split in minutes ratio type thing, like 80-20, 70-30.
And then people gonna be like, State gonna be like, yo, this man Paco Dottie ain't better than OG. he
off
gonna
rip
be like,
and stay. I'm not saying that just because he a Nick either.
oh,
Right.
man.
I pointed out Pacom Dadier way before the
Oh
draft,
man,
probably
Freezy
like
was talking about
January.
this man in like February.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you sure was. He was. He
Yeah.
were. He were
He was
definitely.
talking about this man in February. I'm like, who the hell is
But what I
Paco
like about
Dottie?
that, what I like about the kid though, man, he didn't care who was in front of him. He gonna get up on him. He was jumping on him with both feet
You saw that defense
That
on
man
Brandon
was
Miller?
trying to guard Brandon Miller off the rip.
off the rip.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon Miller was giving him the business, but he still stayed up on him, and I respect. That's what I like. That's what we need. He's gonna be. I mean, Pacom Dadier under that
Man,
Tibbs school of the school defensive, the development of these defensive school of Tibbs,
Yeah.
and he slow cook him like that, put him in the crock pot and let him cook like that. He's gonna be a problem, bro.
that man is so young. He's gonna have basically 2 rookie seasons. That's how
Yeah.
young he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
is true.
like
'Cause he
I
was
like
18.
I
He's
like
18, right?
I liked him and Ryan Dunn from the Get Up. Him and Ryan Dunn. I said Ryan Dunn name and then his name caught on in Nick's universe like wildfire.
I
You know
was
what
sick
I'm
when you get him. I was hurt. I was hurt because that defense, man. Good
saying? Yeah.
God.
yeah,
But
And
hey,
it's all
look,
it's all Hartenstein fault, bro. Holding up everything. We couldn't make a move because we thought we had a chance at Hartenstein.
it's
Right.
cool. It's
Right.
cool.
man, Freezy, Paco Dadier about to go to the OG McCall School of Wings.
Yeah, that's the thing right
For the
there. I'm glad
next
you
two,
said that.
3 years, he gonna be in the dojo.
But
Yeah,
he
I'm
Getting
got
his
to
glad you
get
ass
he
said
got to
that.
get
whooped
through
in
Josh Hart
practice.
first, though.
Hey
His
man, Paco
level.
Dottie is just gonna shoot over Josh Hart like every other
Yeah, he
wing
gonna
does,
kill
man.
Josh Carter.
Yeah, he gonna have to
But
before he get to the final boss, bro. He gonna have to work his way up.
and see,
Is like, yo,
that
what's that Bruce Lee movie? Soul Finger, the one where he entered
Oh,
into the
Game of Death.
dragon. What am I
Game of
thinking?
Death. You talking about Game of Death?
Game,
Game of,
he kept
Game
going.
of Death is when he had to go up each level. That's when he was fighting.
yeah,
He
Game
had to
of
fight
Death.
Kareem.
Yeah.
He fought Kareem in that movie.
Yeah, he fought Kareem. Hey, Kareem hit him. Hey, put that big foot in his chest and sat down.
He fought a couple dudes in the Game of Death. Now I'm watching Game of Death as soon as I get off here.
Hey, look, if Paco Dottie can score on OG in practice, we got a nuclear weapon. We got a nuclear weapon.
He a weapon. He's gonna be something special.
But it's just gonna take some time, though. It's gonna.
And,
It's
He's
man,
like
crock pot. It's not the grill.
clay right now. He's
It's not the
he's a clay.
microwave. It's gonna be the crock pot, bro.
he gonna be in the crock pot, and I mean, he gonna. I mean, like you said, I don't know if it was either Dre or State that said it, but he gonna be behind. You imagine him. He's getting that tutelage behind Bridges and OG.
How to
And
beat a wing 1-on-1.
Yeah,
And he's only and he's 18.
Keita Bates Diop ain't no joke either, bro.
And if you keeping it a buck, the way we utilize Randall, we use him like a jumbo wing anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm gonna tell you one kid I hate. Brooklyn snatched up Martin. I thought Martin probably could have. Yeah.
The Martin we had in summer league last year.
Yeah.
Jalen Martin.
Jalen Martin. Yeah.
Philly got him now. Okay. I just
no. Stay talking about Caleb Martin. We talking about Jalen Martin.
Jalen Martin.
Kid.
The 20-year-old kid. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that little kid.
He played in Georgia with the Thompson twins. In Ignite, I think it was.
Yeah, was it Ignite? It was it was that other developmental league with a bunch of like high school prospects that didn't want to go to college.
8 men in the store.
Oh man.
I don't know what they
need to get Fred VanVleet out of Houston. So
expeditiously.
They need to get him up out of there so Amen can run some point.
Not even Amen. I'm starting Reed Shepard.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you need
point.
Yeah,
that's a given. But I'm like talking about like just letting him get some ball handling in.
I would trade Jalen. I would trade Jalen Green before we even have that issue in discussion.
Oh, you know what? And you know what we slept on, bro. When Alperen Sengun got hurt, and they put Jabari at the 5, and they had Jalen Green ball.
He went nuclear.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, he straight went. He went Super Saiyan. He damn sure did.
Yeah, man.
It's there's only one ball though. That's the messed up part.
That's why I would honestly think about trading Jalen Green because if you got Reed Shepard, he got to be my starting point guard, bro. I drafted him 3rd. There's no way that the 3rd overall pick is coming off the bench. Fred VanVleet, you could kick rocks. Then it's the 2-guard position. You're just coming off a season with Jalen Green. He went off the second half of the season.
But you drafted him 2nd.
See, but then here's the conundrum: you drafted Aiden Thompson 3rd, so he has to play. But
then they got Jabari, who was drafted
Jabari
3rd.
He needs to play,
and Tyree Eason can ball.
And Tyree,
I hate we didn't draft him. We had that chance. He was sitting right there. We get Tyree Eason
and Whitmore.
Oh my God, they got so much talent.
Oh my Lord, no, they're going to have to trade for a superstar.
Oh yeah, they got to consolidate. They have to.
They got to consolidate that.
And for that reason, I think they'll trade Alperen Sengun. They'll trade him and move him out of the way and let Jabari play the 5 like Jaren Jackson.
I would trade Julius Randle for Sengun. I wrote an article about it, but that's a conversation for another night.
This man just said he'll trade
Try to
Randle.
put a rock in Freezy's shoe right now.
Yeah, bro. And I got on Crocs, bro. You trying to put a rock in my Crocs?
Nah, man. I like Sengun with OG and Mikal and Brunson. And you put the ball in Sengun's hand at the center position, that is unstoppable.
I would no lie. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If we talking about him being a piece for a championship, I would rather trade Pacom Dadier and Tyler Kolek and them guys and let them develop in Houston with that young group of guys, Cam Whitmore and all of them, and give them a bunch of 1st-round picks. And then we just roll with a veteran team.
They're not going to want that. They're going to want to establish a player.
That coach wants to win, right?
Yeah, Doka want to win.
Bro, they were winning without Sengun is what I'm telling y'all, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
The center, they was winning with Jabari Smith at the center position.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were on Golden State back coming down the stretch. Remember? They didn't even they were in, I think Houston was like the 6th seed, and then I think they were the 6th seed, and then they slipped to like the 11th seed, but they were like on Golden State back like, yo, we coming, bro. Yeah,
But then Jabari Smith Jr., he's the center. Who's going to be the 4? Oh, you got Julius Randle now. So that's what my thought process was. But that's a story for another day, man. Sengun is really OD. They're going to have to figure that out. But Amen Thompson and Reed Shepard, I'm running my offense.
and Jalen Green.
Jalen Green, I think I'm probably running my offense through those guys.
And Cam
Yo.
Whitmore.
Cam, look, man, Freezy, I was so mad Cam Whitmore dropped and we ain't go get him.
Bro, and we just sat there.
Oh my God.
They got so much talent over on that squad, bro. It's unreal.
Yo, we got some.
Cam Whitmore remind me of Latrell for some reason.
I don't know how. I don't know how.
Like he plays with just such aggression.
Up next. The West. Matter of fact, I can't even say nothing because that East. You've seen the Eastern Conference, all that talent. The Eastern Conference is going to be a bloodbath.
That top 7, 8 in the East.
The top 10.
Yeah.
I think Charlotte coming, bro. I'm
telling Knicks fans now, do not sleep on Charlotte. The Pistons, they lost 28 games last year, and Cade didn't fold a card. He still looked like he was playing hard. That's and they got 2 new coaches.
Yeah.
It's going to be a walk in the park next season.
Yeah.
Look, man, it's going to be like Beyond Thunderdome, 2-man enter, 1-man leave. That's what it's going to come down to. Like you said, it's going to be a bloodbath, man. It's going to be unreal.
A lot of good teams. Charlotte coming, Orlando coming, Fred Wagner.
And I hate to say this, Miami is like the evil villain that won't die in a movie.
Yeah, you know, Miami is like Dr. Doom, dog. You think you got him,
they like Jason, man. They like Jason.
Yeah, they like Jason. Yup.
Like they won't die. Like they gonna pop up. They gonna pop up with 1 HP. They gonna pop up with 1 HP and then hit you with a critical move.
Yeah.
And then there ain't nothing you can do.
Yeah,
he didn't snatch your spine out your backside.
He's like M. Bison, bro. Like Bison, all you need is 1 hit, bro. You can't get it.
Like Miami will go to the playoffs, right? Like say we go to the finals this year. And we like the number 2 seed going into the playoffs. Miami makes it in as a plan. They'll be the toughest series we have all year.
Yeah,
on the whole run.
I'm not even going.
And then they
we play them in 7 games, and every series after that is just 5 and 6.
They playing us with their farm league. They playing us with the cats they brought up from their farm league.
Yeah,
they play with voodoo magic, man.
Bro, they like the team that always go bored and wind up with 9 books. You like, yo, what's y'all?
Yeah. They actually the team that can go a blind 10 for 10.
Oh,
10
for 200.
10 for 200. Yeah. That's what they do. They just do it with, man. We go blind.
Charlotte,
go blind hog.
They come Charlotte. They on their way. The Bulls. See the
anybody from that Boston Celtics coaching tree could coach.
Yeah.
Anybody that was under Udoka, Charles Lee, the guy they got right now, Mazzulla.
Yeah.
The guy that's on the Utah Jazz.
Yeah.
Like every year on the Utah Jazz, they overachieve. It's just they tank. Danny Ainge makes them tank.
Brad Stevens is a good groomer, bro.
Yeah.
Brad Stevens is a great groomer. But anyway, y'all, let me get out of here, man. I'm going here and eat me a hot dog and some peach cobbler in the middle of the night. I ain't even gonna do no push-ups tonight, bro. I'm gonna just go in here and sit on the recliner and eat bad.
Look, I'm standing in front of the refrigerator right now.
So that's a fact. R.P. Bruce Lee, man, with some of the greatest movies of all time. I'm definitely about to watch Game of Death right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, Soul yo, we gotta do. I talked to Ron, man. We got to do a movie review, man. We ain't did a movie review in like 7 months, 8 months.
Yeah, it's been a while since we did one. So
I think we can do it. I think we can do it on playback, bro. Like we can watch it on playback.
Since we in this like karate film, hey, look, let's do Ip Man, man. Like review Ip Man.
All right.
I'm down with it, man. Down with it, man.
We can start somewhere.
It's all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna recommend one for you. You gotta check it out. It's called City of Violence.
I'm about to start messing with Playback too, because Playback
Playback is fire.
Yeah, they keep asking me to do it. I'm still on StreamYard. I'm in the StreamYard, but I'm about to start.
You don't realize how as fire it is until you start doing it. Then it's like, bro, you watching everything live
Mm-hmm.
with no
And
copyright or nothing.
YouTube don't copyright you, no nothing.
Right. Hey, but say my little the thing before you go, I got an email from them. I don't know financially if they going through something right now, because I was supposed to get some bread from them tomorrow, and they told me it's gonna be later in the month.
We got you next week, big dog.
Yeah. They wrote me an IOU, so just be cognizant of that. So I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure it's nothing, but what they said the 15th, and now it's the 31st. So
it's cool, man.
So, but all right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for rocking.
All right, now, fellas.
Peace, everybody.
Peace.